Hello my loves, welcome to my channel Sun Love Stars and welcome to today's pick a card reading. For anybody who's new, my name is Cynthia and we're going to look at your true love and your future spouse today, okay? So today I want to look at how you're going to meet your true love and your future spouse, and that's a very open-end question. So whatever information comes out, whatever you need to know about how you're going to meet your true love and your future spouse, whatever you need to know about you guys meeting your true love and your future spouse, we're going to look at that today, okay? Whatever your spirit guides, the universe, God, your departed loved ones, your ancestors want you to know about how you're going to meet your true love and your future spouse, okay? So this is again a very open-end question. Probably there's a lot of hidden information or synchronicities or signs, omens, symbolism that is going to be significant. Basically kind of like your journey to each other, okay? Your journey to meeting your true love and your future spouse. So I'm very, very excited. In the next clip, you can choose between 3 images, as well as this reading is going to have an extended, so I'm going to extend this reading, but I don't know what we're going to talk about. Okay, we're going to find out by the end of your reading what, you know, the extended is going to be about, but the link is down in the description box, so you can join me on Patreon in case you want extra information, or in case you feel like the reading really resonated with you and you need some kind of like, and you feel like you are supposed to watch the extended, okay? So again, the link is going to be down in the description box. So in the next clip, you can choose between 3 images, and if you feel very indecisive, you can go on Google, find a number generator and ask your spirit guides or God, the universe, your ancestors to guide you to the right pile, and the number generator will spit out a number, okay? So without further ado, I'm going to see you in your reading, guys. Hello my lovely pal number 1, welcome to your reading, guys. So today's pick a card reading is going to be about how you will meet your true love and your future spouse. So we're asking the universe, your spirit guides, God, departed loved ones, whoever you connect to, what you need to know about how you will meet your true love and your future spouse, okay? This is a very open-end question, so we're going to look at whatever comes out, whatever you need to know. May that be timing, synchronicities, omens, things that happen before you meet them, maybe omens and synchronicities that announce that you are about to meet them, or anything like maybe even hidden information or something along those lines, okay? Or what you will be going through, what you will be thinking, and what kind of energy will be around you as you are meeting your true love and your future spouse, okay? So pile number 1, let's begin your reading. I'm going to show you the cards and then we're going to talk about everything. How will you meet your true love and your future spouse? So we have the card here, Tropical Memories, okay? We also have the card here, Travel. The card, Full Circle Moment, Clarity. Okay, and we have the card, The Little Moments of Magic, Simplicity and Contentment. By the way, if you feel like I look a little different compared to the intro or whatever, if in case you did watch the intro, I'm actually re-recording your pile because there was a lot of things happening. We're going to talk about it. I might tell you about everything because I want to talk about your love story with your true love and your future spouse, but there was so much happening in order for me to actually be able to record your pile. So I think I'm going to talk about that on Patreon, but because I want to focus on you guys. I mean, it is connected to you, but yeah, there was a lot of energy around your pile. Like there was a lot of supernatural energy around your pile, And the last couple of days, I've been trying to record your reading multiple times, and it was very, very intense. So one thing that you need to know, how you will meet your true love and your future spouse the week before you meet your true love and your future spouse, or the week or the month in which you are meeting your true love and your future spouse, is going to be very, very supernatural. You might actually go through spiritual awakenings, or something about, you will see a lot of stuff from the corner of your eye. You will feel a presence around you. Do you guys know, like, because Spirit is showing me, the energy that is surrounding you right before you meet them. Okay, that's how you know something is up, or that's how you know you are about to meet them, because this month is going to be upside down in which you will meet them, or the energy is going to be completely upside down, or it's going to feel like your life is upside down, or kind of like the week in which you will meet your true love and your future spouse is going to feel like everything is upside down. Or again, we're going to talk about it. Spirit is showing me movie scenes. You guys know, usually when you watch a movie and the filmmaker wants to let the viewer know, hey, something is about to happen, they usually, show the person in the movie waking up in the morning and things are weird. For example, they drop something, or they spill their tea, or they miss their bus, or this is like not a typical morning, or when they wake up in the morning, or it's not a typical week, or something along those lines. Usually when you watch movies, because we have a filmmaker here, spirit guides want you to know that they usually talk to you through movies, or right now in this very moment, pay close attention to movies and TV shows that are recommended to you, because your spirit guides are talking to you through movies and TV shows, okay? But they're showing me like a person who's waking up in the morning in a movie and things are kind of weird, kind of like, for example, like their Wi-Fi is not working. For example, they drop something, or for example, there's like a bird, sitting on their balcony. It's kind of like, oh, that's an odd morning, or, it's very weird energy around me. This is the energy that is going to be surrounding you right before you meet your true love and your future spouse in the month or in the week where you will be meeting them, okay? You will know that something is up in the air, because there will be some weird stuff happening, kind of like, I don't know, for example, a squirrel is, jumping on your balcony, or you will see like a dove coming to you, or some weird stuff happening. Or for example, someone is, giving you a flower. Someone is like giving you a flower out of nowhere, or someone is gifting a flower to you, kind of like a stranger's gifting a flower to you. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like you wake up in the morning and you're like, oh, this is going to be a weird day. I can already tell. And usually when you watch a movie, that's how the filmmaker lets the viewer know, oh, this is not the typical day, or this is not a typical week. Things feel upside down. Okay, so this is the energy that you are going to be surrounded by, and I almost want to say your spirit guides are letting you know about that, because you might get a little scared, because the energy is very, very supernatural around you, kind of like an energy where you don't know, is this a good sign or is it a bad sign? Does that make sense? Where there's a lot of stuff happening around you, and you maybe see things from the corner of your eye, and you are like, there's an overload of synchronicities, and you might be asking yourself like, am I doing something wrong? What is going on here? I don't know what's going on. That's the type of energy that you are going to be surrounded by. And I feel like your spirit guides already want to let you know, so that you don't panic or you don't get scared, because again, there's a lot of supernatural energy around you right before you meet your true love and your future spouse. We're also going to talk about why, okay? So how you will meet your true love and your future spouse, it will be a week or a month that is very, very odd, okay? There's going to be odd stuff happening, for example, at work, something, like files missing at work, or kind of like some weird stuff happening at work, okay? Or some weird stuff happening at school, wherever you are at. Something about like, oh, this is a very odd, like a day. You might also notice that devices are acting up. For example, the light bulb doesn't work anymore. Your devices are acting up. For example, something goes off, kind of like the radio goes on out of nowhere. For example, the time is changing on your laptop or whatever, and you didn't do anything. Does that make sense? Where it's like, what in the world is going on here? Like, for example, your time is standing still on your clock, or kind of like, I don't know, you see like pictures, like where your phone is taking pictures of you even though you didn't activate or you didn't, you know, press the camera button. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like, it's a very weird energy. Or you will feel like, you know, on that day or in this week, you see a specific number everywhere, almost like, what in the world are you trying to tell me with this number? Okay, Spirit is also telling me what you need to know about how you will meet your true love and your future spouse. The angel number 22. 22 is very, very significant, okay? So 222 or 2222 is your sign that your true love and your future spouse is around the corner, or you are about to meet them, or something about in that moment when you have certain thoughts, and in that moment you see 222, your thoughts are somehow connected to your true love and your future spouse, or that's how your spirit guides are letting you know that they are with you. The angel number 222, like 2222 or 222, is your spirit guides letting you know they are with you right now, or something about look at what you're thinking about because it's somehow significant, is what I'm picking up here. Because you are the only pile where Spirit told me to get an extra card from an oracle that is called Magical Oracle deck, okay? And we also have a card here that says the little moments of magic. So you're gonna feel like there's magical energy around you more than usual, or again, you see like things you know, happening from the corner of your eye, but when you look, there is nothing. For some of you guys, with this card right here, you could also be feeling, I'm also seeing here around that time, right before you meet your true love and your future spouse, you could also be feeling like something is touching you. Like I pick up an energy here again where you're going to feel the energy of a spirit around you, but not just feeling, you will see it. Does that make sense? Where it's kind of like the spirit is trying to catch your attention. May that be a departed loved one, may that be an ancestor, spirit guide, or God, or the universe. Something about you might be feeling like someone touching your shoulders, or you might actually have dreams of your spirit guides or something along those lines, okay? Around that time. And again, we're going to talk about why. Kind of like an intervention, you know, happening in that month or in that week when you're meeting your true love and your future spouse. So they're showing me that you will feel like, I feel like something is sitting there, or I feel like something like, you know, what did I just see? Like you can literally feel like something is sitting next to you, or you can feel something is touching you, or you're going to notice a lot more things happening from the corner of your eye, okay? You're going to be like, whoa, the whole day I see stuff from the corner of my eye, or the whole day I feel like something is touching me, something is touching my shoulder, or something along those lines, okay? With this card right here, do you see that this is literally like your spirit guides? They're like closer than ever. You're gonna feel your spirit guides closer to you than ever, okay? It's not just like little signs. I feel like it's big signs coming to you, big synchronicities. And like, you know those days when you have like an overload of synchronicities? Like I'm even picking up an energy, you're gonna be so like around that time. I pick up a strong energy because again, Spirit wants me to explain the energy that is surrounding you right before you meet, and then we're going to talk about how you will meet, okay? So they're showing me that you get like an overload of synchronicities in that week or in that month. You're going to feel like, oh my freaking God, I need to take out like a book and a pen and a paper and I need to write everything down, or something about the dots are starting to connect, okay? And they're showing me that you wake up in the middle of the night, or you're not even able to sleep. Like you're going to be so, how do you say it? Like hyperactive, or your eyes are going to be like super duper big, or like, oh my freaking God, what is going on? You know, what is happening here? Something about where you have like an overload of synchronicities, or you receive so many signs and omens in one day, in 1 week, in 1 month. It's kind of like it's a crazy month, or it's a crazy week, or it's a crazy day. And I'm seeing you here like being up at night. You cannot sleep because the energy is so amped up. Because listen to me, I'm going to talk about everything on Patreon, okay? But I didn't sleep the whole night, okay? And I'm trying to record your reading for the last 2 or 3 days, and there was so much happening. And your spirit guides are telling me, if you feel like oh, life is boring right now, or nothing is happening, you would need a lot of energy, okay? Because that week or that month is gonna be a lot mentally, kind of like an energy. You know how when you feel so connected to the universe and there's like magical energy around you, and kind of like supernatural things happening, and synchronicities happening. It's a beautiful experience, but it's also, how can I explain that? It's kind of like an energy where you cannot sleep because you're so like in shock or in awe. So you maybe feel like sleep deprived around that time. Does that make sense? Where your spirit guides are telling you they want you to rest right now, because this is going to be a very intense month or a very intense week. Because even if spiritual or like spirit guide energy is beautiful or angelic energy is beautiful, it's still like a lot, right? So they're telling me you might be sleep deprived around that time, because you are so because there's so much happening. Like I'm being brought to people who cannot sleep at night because of the full moon. This is the type of energy that I pick up here, right? You guys know, or I don't know if you've experienced this before, but kind of like, of course, the image that you chose, it all makes sense, right? It's all connected, but it's kind of like Spirit is showing me, you know, people that cannot sleep when the moon is shining, or kind of like a moon, how do you say that, a lunar eclipse, where you can feel the energy is very intense around that time, or kind of like it's 2 or 3 days in a row that you cannot sleep because you have so many like psychic downloads or some crazy ass dreams that you have to like decode. Do you know what I mean? So you wake up from the dream in the middle of the night at 3 a.m. and then you write everything down because it was such an intense, you know, like dream, but then you are sleep deprived and then you also still have to go to work. That's why your spirit guides are letting you know, they're giving you time to rest, because that month or that week is going to be intense. Okay, that week or that month is going to be intense. Okay, kind of like the energy of like a full moon, or kind of like a lunar eclipse. Okay, even if it is not a full moon or a lunar eclipse, or it could actually be on a full moon or a lunar eclipse. Okay, now the reason why the energy is going to be so intense right before you meet your true love and your future spouse is because we have the card here, set yourself free, change the energy. Hexes and evil eyes are being broken now. Okay, and then we also have the card here, tropical memories. Spirit is showing me how you either have, like, again, it's like a whole week full of synchronicities, or like a whole week of like one dream after the other. It's kind of like a puzzle piece. I pick up an energy where you are solving a riddle in that week or in that month about your life, about something that happened in your past. Okay, they're showing me, you know, I sometimes watch near-death experiences. For some of you guys, maybe you had an NDE, I think you say, like NDE, like you had a near-death experience. But they're showing me like, they are showing me, you know, people talking about their near-death experience, and they usually talk about how there is a life review, how they see things, your spirit guides are here, how they see, you know, what happened the last 3 years, what happened the last, I don't know, 20 years or whatever in their life. And Spirit is showing me you will have like, I'm seeing you here like having flashbacks, kind of like memories popping up and having flashbacks about what happened when you were 16, what happened 2 years ago, what happened at your last job. Something like that is what I'm picking up here. Like Spirit is showing me how you have some type of life review and you're connecting the dots. It's kind of like signs that you have received 2 or 3 years ago only makes sense now. Something that your teacher said to you 2 or 3 years ago only makes sense now. Does that make sense? Kind of like where there's signs and synchronicities that will pop up in your mind. You will have memories popping up, kind of like going down the memory lane and realizing certain things about yourself, kind of like your purpose. I'm picking up your purpose is going to be revealed to you, even if you feel like you know your purpose. I feel like there's like more to the story is what I'm hearing. Oh yeah, there's more to the story. Something about your purpose is going to be revealed to you. For some of you guys, there's like a hidden enemy that has been working against you for years being exposed to you around that time, meaning that maybe you will also have a lot of nightmares around that time because your spirit guides are trying to warn you. Does that make sense? And again, please, pile number 1, if you feel like, man, I want my true love and my future spouse to be here, where's the universe letting me wait? First of all, because we have a card here that says manifesting the one, very soon your true love will arrive. So your spirit guides are letting you know your true love and your future spouse is very, very close to you. That could also be the reason why the energy is very intense around you right now. Okay, again, we're going to talk about why exactly. But I pick up a strong energy here where your spirit guides are giving you time to rest, because that's going to be a very intense energy here, okay? This energy is going to be very intense because, again, with the 10 of Swords, you might have nightmares. You might see your enemies. You might see people plotting against you, because this card literally says hexes and evil eyes are being broken, okay? So again, when hexes and evil eyes are being broken, it's a very intense energy, because you have to imagine that, you know, the light conquers the darkness, but it's like almost as if like the light and the darkness is clashing. So Spirit is showing me you having flashbacks of things that happened, maybe like you not noticing a person was sabotaging you at work, or you not noticing all these years that a particular person was the reason why you and another friend split up. Does that make sense? Where you and another friend, for example, I'm just going to give one example. For example, you and another friend, you both had a fight about, let's say, for example, a t-shirt that disappeared. You said to your friend, like, you were the one, you had the t-shirt the last time. And then your friend is telling you, no, you had the t-shirt the last time. And then you have like a fallout because this t-shirt is disappearing. And then you're no longer friends, even though this person was your best friend, or even though you were very close to this person, but you were like in a friend circle, like in a group of 3 or 4 people or whatever. And I'm seeing spirit here showing you kind of like flashbacks, like a little, like I'm hearing the devil's in the details, kind of like where you remember details. Again, I'm telling you, it's going to be like a psychic download. You might be in that energy right now, okay? You might be in that energy right now, which will let you know that your true love and your future spouse is close to you, okay? And they're showing me how you remember little details, almost as if spirit is showing you, no, something different happened. There's like a different side to that story. Like the third person, like you both were friends, but you had like another friend, and that other friend was the reason why the t-shirt disappeared, and that's why you both had a fight. Does that make sense? Where you remember, you have like a flashback, kind of like a life review going down the memory lane, where spirit is showing you, you didn't notice that this person sabotaged you 2 years ago, or you didn't notice that this person is the reason why you split up with a friend, like where a friendship was splitting up here, almost as if they are exposing some type of hidden enemy to you. For others of you, this already has happened, but I feel like there's still like more to the story, or there's like more information about it, because your spirit guides you. There's something about, there's more information about it, or something about a full circle moment about some type of enemy, some type of evil eye, or some type of hex. Okay, so there's a hex being broken, or an evil eye is being broken around that time, right before you meet your true love and your future spouse. I'm hearing the light in my heart conquers the darkness in my mind. Okay, for some of you guys around that time, I don't know if you are in that energy right now. I would not be surprised if you clicked on this video and your whole day was a mess. Nothing went according to plan. Things got cancelled. You woke up, feel like you woke up at the wrong side of the bed, or again, you woke up and something broke, you spilled your tea or something along those lines, or you woke up with very like bad thoughts, or like a very bad mood is what I'm picking up here, or you had like literally a nightmare or some type of weird dream that somehow showed you how a person is sabotaging you, or what a person is doing behind your back. I would not be surprised if you're telling me that for others of you, you notice that your thoughts are a lot darker than usual, kind of like, I thought I already healed from that. Why is this energy popping back up in my head? You are breaking an evil eye right now, okay? You are breaking an evil eye because I feel like someone has been either plotting against you for a couple of months, a couple of years, something about, because the card says someone would try to come between you and a friend or something you want. And listen, pile number 1, do you know how much effort I had to put into get here and give you this message? I had to literally, like the last 3 days, again, I'm going to tell you everything what happened on Patreon, because I want you guys to know what is going to happen with your true love and your future spouse. But I tried to record your reading multiple times. I was driving through the city. I saw signs and omens when I was driving through the city trying to record your freaking reading, and it was like really hard for me to freaking get to this point and talk to you guys, okay? Which tells me like there's some type of energy here, okay, that is somehow working against you. This person sending negative energy to you, this person sending negative energy to you, and that's the reason why you wake up with these negative thoughts, okay? Because I feel like for some of you guys, okay, there's different stories here, and again, we're going to talk about everything, or we're going to talk about like your true love and your future spouse in a second, but I think that's a very, very significant message here for you guys, because spirit doesn't want you to feel, because there could be an energy of like feeling overwhelmed, or where you always almost like get scared because there's so much supernatural energy around you. So that's why I'm explaining everything to you, because we're only afraid of something that you don't understand or that you don't know, right? Okay, so I'm here trying to take your fear away from you, or kind of like prepare you for this situation this week or this month, okay? Because it's going to be intense, I'm letting you know. they're showing me with the Nine of Cups here, okay, that you've done a great job at healing yourself the last couple of months, and you are literally breaking some type of evil eye or some type of hex. I don't know what exactly this is. This could be like, I don't know, like you noticing that your limiting beliefs about money like are finally disappearing because you listen to positive affirmations, because you journal every day, because you, I don't know, meditate every day, because you take a walk every day. You can notice there's a change in your mind about your thoughts, kind of like where your thoughts are a lot more positive for some of you guys, because I pick up two energies here, okay? You pick up, you wake up and your thoughts are very, very positive, and you notice that you are more confident. You walk a lot more confident, you speak a lot more confident, your energy is a lot more confident when you walk and when you talk. And whoever has been working against you, they can see that you gain energy, they can see that you gain confidence, they can see like the spark in your eyes, they can see that your smile is coming back, okay? Because this person has been seeing you down, this person has been seeing you sad or depressed or whatever, or this person has been seeing you feeling bad, and they can literally tell when they look at you, they can tell you're gaining energy, okay? They can tell you're gaining confidence, they can tell you are healing, okay? And they will get triggered by you being this confident. Maybe you speak up a lot more, maybe you are a lot more bold, maybe you speak your truth a lot more often, okay? And this person will get triggered by that, and that's where they're going to send a lot of negative energy to you. Does that make sense? Right when you are about to break this evil eye or this hex, or right before you completely heal and you are in your full glory and your confidence is coming back to you full force, they're gonna like send a lot of energy to you. They're gonna send like a lot of negative energy to you because, I don't know, maybe they hold a grudge against you, or maybe they're very mad because you kind of like where you spoke your truth, and I'm hearing the truth hurts, or they somehow feel like like your truth is hurting them or something along the sense. And they, kind of like where a person is seeking vengeance or a person is seeking revenge, and when they can see that you're shining and smiling and you are more confident, they're gonna be like, you know, they're gonna be sending a lot of energy to you around that time. That's why I'm saying it's going to feel like light and darkness is, you know, like fighting with each other. And that's also the reason why your spirit guides are intervening, okay? Because this person is kind of crossing some type of line is what I'm picking up here, okay? Whoever this person is, they're crossing some type of line, kind of like an energy where you are finally healing, you're finally bouncing back from some type of energy, may that be physically, mentally, emotionally. They can see that and they want to send energy to you so that you have another setback, okay? Again, that's why the energy is so intense, because your spirit guides are going to intervene. You know how in movies, you know, spirits or the gods only intervene when it's like a serious situation? That's what it feels like to me here, okay? You're gonna feel like, oh, I'm finally getting out of like the funk, I'm finally getting out of the rut, my thoughts are becoming a lot more positive, and then boom, from one day to another, you know, you have like bad thoughts all of a sudden, or kind of like you're feeling like old wounds are opening up. This is like this person sending like negative energy to you. This is this person sending an evil eye to your healing, sending an evil eye to your confidence, okay, is what I'm picking up here. For others of you, your spirit guides want you to know, if you are in that energy right now when where you want to hide, where you feel like, because I pick up this energy here where this person, I pick up like a spell where a person wants you to shut the F up, okay? So I'm being brought to kind of like an energy where this person doesn't want you to speak up, or they don't want you to be confident, or they don't want you to speak your truth, because maybe you speaking your truth is exposing them, or kind of like they get hurt when you speak, even though you're just talking about your healing, or you're just talking about what you're thinking, but it hurts them because you kind of like trigger the shadow within them. Does that make sense? Just by you speaking your truth, or just by you talking about your healing or whatever. Now, for others of you with the Ten of Swords, around that time, again, you could be feeling like, or that's something that you're going through right now, and your spirit guides are trying to explain to you, you know, you're going through some type of evil eye, you are in the midst of breaking some type of evil eye. That's why the energy is so intense around you, and they want you to know, create, because we're not fighting fire with fire. Create as much positive energy around you. Create a bubble of positivity around you, okay? Surround yourself with positive music. Surround yourself with positive affirmations. Surround yourself with positive images. Go to places that feel healing to you, okay? Your spirit guides want you to activate the warrior inside of you. Take action. Okay, pour so much love and so much light and so much positive energy into your mind, body, soul, and spirit, okay? You are about to break this evil eye. All you need to do is continue to create positive energy around you, in your mind, in your body, in your soul, and in your spirit, no matter how you want to do it, okay? because I keep hearing your spirit guides want you to know the love in your heart, okay, the light in your heart is going to heal the darkness in your mind in case you are dealing with dark energy or like dark thoughts. But again, it is because you're breaking some type of evil eye or hex, or someone is sending so much energy to you that you pick it up and it causes anxiety or very negative thoughts about yourself or about your future, or you feel like a doom gloom energy, even though there is no doom gloom, okay? That's what I'm picking up here. So your spirit guides are telling you, let the light in your heart heal your mind, okay? Let yourself be guided by the love and the light in your heart in case you're feeling that energy. And for others of you, you're doing a great job. Keep on doing it, because this energy would try to distract you. I had a lot of distraction. This energy would try to distract you, or this energy or this person, this evil eye would try to make you feel, they want you to give up on your healing, or they want you to give up on your faith or on your confidence or on manifesting, okay? So your spirit guides are telling you, keep doing it. The love in your heart is going to conquer this darkness, or the darkness in your mind, or these dark thoughts, in case you do have any, in case you are in that energy. And for others of you, you're doing a great job, but you maybe feel a little bit like around that time, or maybe right now, you may be feeling like, you know, I feel like I'm not getting anywhere and stuff like that. Your spirit guides are letting you know, no, you are literally about to break some type of evil eye or hex, or you are in the midst of breaking this evil eye or hex, and that's why everything is so intense, because it's kind of like light and darkness is clashing. Does that make sense? The energy of your spirit guides is clashing with the darkness that this person is sending to you, okay? I'm hearing, let the heart, let the sunshine, let the heart, let the light in your heart win, okay? Heal your mind from negative energy. Focus on healing your mind from negative energy. Focus on pouring positive energy, pouring, you know, light, pouring love into your mind, body, soul, and spirit. Your true love and your future spouse is around the corner, okay? It's like the last steps. It's the last, I don't know, the last few steps right when you are in front of the finish line. Don't give up now, in case you have been thinking about it. And the reason why you've been thinking about giving up is because someone is working overtime sending you negative energy, because they can see the glow in your eyes. They can see you are healing. May that be literally, physically, or emotionally, or spiritually, or you start to speak up a lot more, okay? So keep on doing that. Now, I channeled the song Come Back to Earth by Mac Miller. I'm going to put it down in the description box. And I specifically heard, don't you know that sunshine don't feel right when you're inside all day? Okay, so you could have felt like you want to hide at home, or you don't want to go out, or you don't want to socialize. Again, it is because someone has been sending an evil eye to you, in case you have been feeling that energy. Or again, there might be, this is, again, I feel like that's the reason why your spirit guides are explaining to you what is happening, because you could feel overwhelmed with synchronicities or things happening, and you feel like, oh my God, I think I shouldn't go out today, or oh my God, you know, I don't know what these omens mean. Maybe it's a bad omen that I shouldn't go out, even though it's just like the negative energy sent to you, because your spirit guides want you to be out there. Your spirit guides want you to get sunshine. Your spirit guides want you to get fresh air. Does that make sense? And I feel like that's why your spirit guides are coming through so strongly in your reading, because let me show you the cards now, okay? Okay, so the song says, don't you know this? Don't you know the sunshine doesn't feel right when you're inside all day? Okay, let me show you the cards. Let me show you the cards. So, I'm seeing you here being inside, feeling like shit, or feeling like you woke up at the wrong side of the bed, or maybe, again, the day or the week where you will meet your true love and your future spouse, you're going to feel like some weird ass energy. But again, it is because there's two energies coming to you, the energy of your spirit guides and this evil eye energy that you are breaking or fighting or conquering, okay? But you might wake up in the morning and you feel like, man, everything is dropping out of my hands and stuff like that. Again, very intense energy, and you're going to feel like maybe I shouldn't go out today, or kind of like an energy where someone is ruining your mood with a negative comment, with being mean to you on that day or in that week or something along the lines, or in that month or whatever, or they're trying to. So you don't feel right and you are inside. Okay. And then you tell yourself, you know what? I'm not going to let this negative energy hold me back from nothing. So it's kind of like the warrior inside of you is activated, okay? It's kind of like your spirit guides are around you and they're telling you, hey, get up, you know, don't let this energy, you know, intimidate you. Go out and claim what is yours. you know, fight for your health, or claim your health back, or claim good energy back, or speak good things into existence, you know, like don't let this energy like back you into a corner. So you're going to be in this energy of like, you know what, I'm going to take a walk, you know, I'm not going to let this energy like, you know, hold me back. I'm going to take a walk, I'm going to go outside, okay? So again, you are inside and you're telling yourself, no, I'm not going to do that. You know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to change the energy. Okay, I'm not going to sit here. I'm not going to throw a pity party. I'm a warrior. I'm not a victim. I am a freaking warrior. And I have my spirit guides around me who are also warriors. And they're protecting me. So you're going to be like in this energy, you know? It's kind of like from being sad to being mad. And then, you know, kind of like full of energy. Like, no, I'm going to do this. I'm going to get what's mine or whatever. Or I'm going to make this day differently. I'm not going to let this person ruin my day. Okay? So you are going out, because that's why we have the card here, right? We have here the travel card. So we have travel here twice, safe travel. So this could be an energy where you're meeting your true love and your future spouse while you are traveling. This could be a road trip, kind of like, no, I need to get out of the city, you know, I need to get out of this energy. So you're going to go on a road trip, or you're going to, you know, go on a solo trip, or you're somehow going to, yeah, I pick up like a solo trip, to be honest with you guys. Yes, I feel like you're going to be by yourself, but it doesn't have to be, not for all of you. So you're either going to go on a road trip, or maybe you're going to go on a weekend trip, flying to, you know, like a city close to you, close by, or something along those lines. For others of you, this is also very strongly connected to some type of homecoming energy, okay? We're going to talk about that in a second, but keep that in mind, homecoming energy, okay? So you're going to go on a trip, or you're going to go out, okay? You're going to be like, no, I'm going to go out. I'm going to go to this lake. I'm going to go to this pond that always makes me feel good. I'm going to go to this restaurant or this, you know, coffee shop that makes me feel good. Okay, and here we go. You know, you walk. Do you know what they're literally showing me? You walking to this place. Okay, and you're sitting there by yourself. And I'm seeing like your true love and your future spouse asking you, is the seat, can I sit next to you? Maybe there's no seat. Oh, your spirit guides are freaking here. Oh yes, that's what it is. So it's kind of like no matter where it is, it could be at the airport, it could be like you are seated next to each other in an airplane, or it could be at the airport. The only seat that is available is next to you. Does that make sense? The only seat that is available in a restaurant is next to you. Because I almost want to say you're going to take yourself out on a date, or you're going to do something by yourself, or you're going to get out and get inspiration, or you're going to go somewhere that feels good to you, that feels like home to you, okay? So you're sitting there by yourself, maybe with your book, maybe journaling, maybe eating your favorite pasta or whatever, okay? And then I'm seeing like your true love and your future spouse approaching you, and they're asking you if the seat is available. Literally, I'm going to tell you everything on Patreon, because literally there was so much happening up to this point as I'm sitting here. So I'm picking up an energy where they're going to ask you if they can sit next to you, or you guys are going to be at the same place at the same time, because I feel like they have been through the same energy. Let me show it to you guys what I'm seeing here, okay? So in this card, you can see that she's by herself, right? Not feeling so well, sitting in front of her laptop, right? And here, okay, let me show you this card. And then here we have a chair filled, someone who's entering your life. So it's kind of like the seat next to you is free, and he or she is asking you if they can sit next to you. Do you see that? So instead of you being by yourself in front of your laptop, do you see that? All of a sudden they're next to you with their laptop, like, hey, is the seat close to, like, can I sit here, or I don't want to bother you, but there's no seat available, and they're going to sit next to you, literally. Okay, that's what I'm picking up here. Now, for others of you, I pick up an energy here where your hands are going to accidentally touch, okay? Let me show you why I'm seeing this in the cards. I keep seeing like hands touching, okay? So let me see. Oh yeah, look at that. You can see like their hands are touching accidentally, kind of like where you both grab for the sugar, or you both grab for something, or something along the lines. You're both grabbing for something, and you might be on your phone, or they might be on their phone, but you're both grabbing for something, and it's like you accidentally touch his hand. Or this is even an energy where, for example, you're sitting somewhere and they already wanted to sit there, and then they're going to be like, oh, you know, I actually wanted to sit here, and you're like, oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't notice, and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Something like that here, kind of like. Or this could even be an energy where you both have the same seat, like you both got the ticket in an airplane that you're both supposed to sit on the same seat. Something about seats being weird, or the way seats are arranged. This could even be kind of like in a cinema or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Something like that is what I'm picking up here. And for others of you, there's something about your hands touching accidentally. You can see that in this card right here. You see? Or kind of like, for example, in the coffee shop, they mixed up your order or something along those lines. And for that reason, you guys have to talk to each other. Do you know what I mean? Yes, exactly. Okay, or you both drive to kind of like a store and the store is closed. So you're both going to talk about, hey, why is the store closed and stuff like that. Or you both are reaching for the door and it's kind of like them saying like, oh, you can go first. And you're like, no, 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 you can go first. Do you know what I mean? But it's like your hands are touching. Because we also have this energy right here. There's something about hands, okay? Okay, and I'm also hearing you will know that your true love and your future spouse is your true love and your future spouse, because you're going to feel a spark in your soul when you touch this person's hands, and you've never felt this energy before. Like the energy that you feel when your hands are touching is very intense, and you didn't feel that before, is what I'm picking up here. That's going to be a huge sign that they are the one for you. But again, in this card right here, you can also see he's reaching for her hand. Do you see that? And here as well. And here you can see this energy as well. There's something about your hands are touching accidentally, you're reaching for the same thing or something along those lines here, okay? And here we have the same energy as well. It's kind of like maybe they accidentally grab your coffee, or they accidentally, I don't know, again, something about cut you off, and then they're going to be like, oh my freaking God, I'm so sorry, I didn't see you. Do you know what I mean? Something like that is what I'm picking up. It's kind of like I'm hearing there are no coincidences, to be honest with you guys, okay? Yeah. But I do feel like this is going to be a day where you're taking yourself out on a date, or is this going to be a day where you feel like, no, the light in my heart is going to conquer this dark energy, or I'm going to claim my health back, or something along those lines, or you're going to have like a strong feeling to drive somewhere to a place that feels healing to you, okay? Something along those lines is what I'm picking up here. There could be an energy that you will be seeing a lot of coins on the floor, like right before you meet your true love and your future spouse. In that month or in that week, there's going to be a lot of coins on the floor, or there's going to be a particular coin that is going to be somehow significant, kind of like a very rare coin. You're finding a very rare coin. For others of you, there's something about, you will notice like something about flowers, kind of like the scent of flowers is going to haunt you, or something about a particular flower being somewhere, you know, everywhere. For others of you, this could be literally the lily, like the lily flower could be somehow significant. You will see it a lot. For others of you, I'm also seeing you here reaching a big goal. So right before you meet your true love and your future spouse, in the same week or in the same month, I feel like you're going to reach a huge goal. Okay, because we have the Nine of Cups here. I was asking what the Nine of Cups is about. It's usually a wish fulfillment, and then the card Target came out, a goal-oriented person. Okay, so something about, there could be an energy, yes, I feel like there's a wish manifesting, but it might manifest in front of other people's eyes, and that's why there's a lot more evil eyes sent to you right before you meet your true love and your future spouse, and that's why you're going to feel like this clash, kind of like maybe mood swings. One day you feel good, the next day out of nowhere you feel like shit, because maybe you, I don't know, like didn't do your affirmations, or you didn't meditate on that day, and you're immediately going to feel it because there's going to be a lot more evil eyes on you, because you're reaching some type of goal. Maybe you're reaching a goal at work, maybe you're reaching certain numbers at work, maybe you get good grades at school, maybe you get your driver's license, maybe you, do you know what I mean? Something about you're going to reach your spirit guides here, you're going to reach a big goal around that time. And for that reason, there's going to be a lot more evil eyes on you. Okay, that's why the energy is so intense, okay? Now, pile number one, I also feel like you're going to be on some type of soul journey, but that journey is kind of coming to an end. Does that make sense? Where it is not just you know, like you reaching a goal, but it's also like a journey coming to some type of end here when it comes to your soul, or when it comes to your spirit, like a spiritual quest coming to an end. Kind of, yes, your spirit guides are the fuck here. That's what it is. It's kind of like a spiritual quest. You have been asking yourself a question for years. For example, who are my spirit guides? Why did this happen to me 2 years ago? Why is it, you know, not that easy for me to, I don't know, do this or do that? And that's what the reason why the energy is going to be so intense, because you're going to have like a full circle moment about some type of spiritual quest here, okay? I also pick up a strong energy here coming back to the life review energy for me this energy also feels like with the tropical memories. For me, this also feels like Spirit is telling me, oh yeah, we talked about it, homecoming, right? So Spirit is showing me how you will meet your true love and your future spouse is you coming home. Okay, now let me explain. There's something about Spirit is showing me how a person's advice or energy has been leading you astray, kind of like where you are, where your soul is far away from home. Does that make sense? Where, let's say, for example, if I could describe it in energy, let's say, for example, you and a friend, you guys relocate to a country, but it was not really your wish. For example, I just want to describe the energy here, what I mean with homecoming, okay? And it's going to be different for all of you, what exactly this means, maybe even literally, because I also pick up something about you could be meeting, or how you will meet your true love and your future spouse. Meeting your true love and your future spouse might have something to do with you traveling back home to your home country, to your home city. Okay, like literally where you travel to your home country or your home city. You could be meeting them like you could be meeting them before you travel to your home country or your home city, while you are traveling to your home country or home city, or after you came from the trip from your home country or home city. Okay, something about you going back home. Okay, so Spirit is showing me, and it's like for some of you guys it's literally, and for others of you it's metaphorically, because Spirit is showing me kind of like an energy. For example, you and a friend, you guys have been relocating to a city. It was not necessarily your idea, but your friend has been convincing you to follow her, or to travel with her, or to relocate with her. So you are at this place, but you don't really feel at home. You just did it because this person convinced you to do that, or you just did it because, for the sake of keeping the friendship alive, or do you know what I mean? Or this person was very convincing. Or again, like you trusted this person with the guidance and that they know what's good for you, or something along those lines. So you follow them. And then maybe the friendship is not there anymore. You guys go different paths. There's like a split between the two of you, or you split apart. So you're kind of like stranded in this country or the city that you never wanted to be at. You only did that because you followed somebody there. Does that make sense? Kind of like an energy where a person is traveling to a country for a lover, and then they break up, and then you're still in that country, so you're far away from home, but you did it because of another person. You did it because you trusted another person, so you're far away from home. This place doesn't feel like home, and Spirit is showing me how you're traveling back home. They're showing me how you are on one island, then you are on a boat, okay, and you are on a boat with this other person, and they're somehow again like leading you astray, or they're leading you to a place that you never wanted to be at. Okay, this could be, for example, where someone is making you act out of character. They make you break your own rules. They make you do things or say things that you never would do or never would say. Do you know what I mean? So for some of you guys, you also could have felt like the last couple of months or weeks or years that you don't feel like yourself, but it is because you have been spending time with a person that has been trying to mold you into who they want you to be. Do you know what I mean? And you're just now coming back to your original nature. So they're showing me how you're traveling back home. Okay, again, this could be literally, or it could be metaphorically. I'm seeing you here. For some of you guys, the reason why you're going to meet your true love and your future spouse, or how you're going to meet them, is because you are, for example, going down memory lane. You are remembering, like, you are remembering your favorite coffee shop, your favorite restaurant. You're remembering your favorite river. You're remembering your favorite like city to travel to, or you remember the first city that you fell in love with while you were traveling. I'm seeing you here like visiting old places. I'm seeing you here like visiting an old school. I'm seeing you here visiting like some type of place that feels like home to you. This could be a meadow. This could be a river. This could be a lake. This could be, a restaurant. This could be a coffee shop. Whatever it is, this could even be a bar, And it's kind of like, oh man, back in the days when I, felt really, really good about myself, or back in the days before all this, traumatic energy has happened. So you go down back memory lane, like, oh man, I remember that song, you know, and you know, maybe that song, you know, when you look at your old playlist and then you see that old song, and then this old song is somehow inspiring you to go to some type of museum, you know, that you used to go to or that you always wanted to go to, but you forgot about it, and your future spouse is there. Does that make sense? Or you go to your favorite restaurant that you haven't been at for years, but this restaurant feels like home to you. Maybe they cook, you know, maybe they cook food from your home country, so it's kind of like a little piece of home when you go to this restaurant, and your future spouse is there as well. Does that make sense? You could be going to like a market that is selling fruits and vegetables and stuff like that from your home country, and that's where you're meeting them. Does that make sense? Something about as you are finally coming back home from being far away, or from acting out of character, or from, I don't know, like something about where you got influenced by another person or you got led astray. Okay, and I feel like this has been going on for months or for weeks. You're step by step you're coming back to who you are, but it somehow has something to do with like driving to old places, listening to old music that reminds you of who you are, you know, because maybe you also felt like a feeling of do you call it disassociation, or where you felt like, I don't know why I feel numb, or I don't know why I feel this emptiness or this numbness. The reason why you felt empty and numb maybe the last couple of days or weeks is because a part of you has been missing. For example, like I'm being brought to musicians that create really beautiful music, and then they get you know, they get spotted by a manager or something like that, a music producer, and then this music producer is making a machine out of them, and then their music doesn't sound like their old music. You know, guys, you know, when you listen to music, you're like, oh man, I want the old Drake back, or I want the old this person back, like their first album was amazing and now the other albums sound different or whatever. Sometimes it's because, you know, the manager's molding them into a person they're not, and then a piece of their soul is missing in the music. Okay, and that's why you're not feeling the music. Does that make sense? That's what I feel like you have been going through. You might be coming out of it right now, or you might be still going through it, okay? Or this is going to be very highlighted around the time when you meet your true love and your future spouse, where you almost lost a piece of yourself, like you stopped dancing, you stopped singing, you stopped drawing, or something along those lines, or you stopped going to a place that made you feel really, really good. And as you are traveling to this river that you used to go to when you were younger, your future spouse is there too. Does that make sense? Where you're meeting your true love and your future spouse as you find your way back home, as your soul finds its way back home, as you are recollecting pieces of who you are. Okay, things that you've forgotten about yourself. You're going to remember a lot of things about yourself and about your past. And you remembering, again, you play an old song and this song is inspiring you to go somewhere. There is your future spouse. Because you found your way back home. It's like a compass. Okay, so pile number one, I'm going to extend this reading now on Patreon. There's a lot more things that I want to tell you guys. A lot more things, okay? Kind of like what has been happening to me the last 2 or 3 days. And maybe we're also going to get a few more cards here. I might also maybe look at who this person is. I don't know if we have to or we should, but again, follow me on Patreon if you feel like you need extra information. I'm going to be a little bit more detailed, or Spirit is also sending a lot of like movies to me that could be significant here. But again, this reading is going to be super duper long because I speak a lot. Okay, so pile number one, I'm going to see you in the extended. If not, I'm going to see you in my next one, and I wish you a lovely day. Bye. Hello my lovely pile number two, welcome to your reading, guys. If you did not watch the intro, so we're going to talk about your future spouse today, but specifically how you guys are going to meet, okay? My intention was to keep this question very open, kind of like whatever your spirit guides, God, the universe, your ancestors want you to know about how you're going to meet your true love and your future spouse, that's what's going to show up, okay? So this could be about timing, but it could also be about something that happens before you guys are meeting, angel numbers that are going to be significant, signs, synchronicities that are going to be significant as you guys are meeting, okay? So whatever your spirit guides want you to know, that's what we're going to look at today, okay? So I actually am starting the reading with you guys here today because there was so much information coming through that I actually had to write everything down, okay? So I hope you have a beverage, I hope you have something to drink, okay? For some of you guys, I'm also hearing for some of you guys, Spirit wants you to take notes because you're going to be able to to connect the dots, okay? Because I feel like, I don't know if it's a lot of you guys choosing pile number 2, or because I pick up like a lot of information coming through here, okay? So please bear with me. This is a general reading. I'm going to talk about the general energy, but I'm also going to talk about specifics, okay? And if this message is for you, you're going to feel it in your soul or in your spirit, or your spirit guides are literally gonna, I don't know, somehow send you a sign or a synchronicity that this is your message, okay? So first of all, you know, I need to get out all the information that is coming through here, okay? So I pick up a strong energy here. Let me actually show you the cards, okay? And then we're going to talk about everything. We literally have to play Sherlock Holmes today because there's so much information coming through, and Spirit is showing me like images, and we have to find out what exactly they mean by that, okay? We have here the card, I might not always find the right words, but let me surprise you. Okay, let me actually see if I can show it to you guys. Yeah. Then we also have the card here. Thank you for understanding me, the story behind all that. Oh my god, I pick up so much energy. So again, guys, please bear with me. Just imagine Spirit is sending so much information to me, and you know, I have to like get everything out, okay? Before we you know, dive into the storyline here. Really, when Spirit is doing that, they want to send extra confirmation to people watching, because you might be doubting yourself, or you might be doubting your intuition. So Spirit is like very strongly coming through, or your spirit guides very strongly come through with signs and synchronicities to kind of like make sure that you know that this message is for you. Okay, then we also have here the card, this time I want to surrender to love, and it says patience. Okay, so the first thing that I pick up here is we have 3 cards here. Let me actually show them to you. We have here the card pleasure, and if you look at this card more closely, you can see a bed sheet, right? Or someone laying in bed. So I don't know if you're currently laying in bed, if you have been thinking about, again, now it begins. A lot of information coming through. So I'm picking up the energy here that for some of you guys, you have been thinking about buying a new bed. You bought a new bed. You thought about you know, buying new sheets, or buying new, like something about your bed, something about buying new pillows for your bed, buying new sheets. Maybe you just did laundry and you just, you know, were washing your sheets, but there's something about bed sheets, or something about someone laying in bed. Okay, something about I need new bed sheets. Maybe you also had like some type of a leak where something was leaking. Maybe you also had something leaking on your bed, which is the reason why you had to change the sheets. But I'm also being brought to someone here thinking about they need a new mattress, or you need a new bed, or something about you need to buy new pillows, or you want kind of like new sheets, or something along those lines. Or you have been thinking about you no longer, kind of like something about where you think to yourself, maybe you are the type of person you don't regularly do your bed, and now you want to do your bed more often. For some of you guys, I actually mentioned that in a reading on Patreon, so maybe you chose that pile where I talked about making your bed every day. Something along those lines is what I'm picking up here. Something about bed sheets, something about buying a new mattress, buying something new for your bed, buying a new blanket. Maybe you already have been doing that, or you have been thinking about doing that, or something along those lines is what I'm picking up here, okay? Yeah, because we have 3 cards here that show someone laying in bed, but this could also be something that is going to be significant when you are meeting your true love and your future spouse. But again, I have to get everything out, and then we're going to talk about everything, you know, in particular. Also, I also heard someone here could be French, or you could be Italian, or you could really like the French cuisine, or you could really like the Italian cuisine. Maybe you're eating something right now that is from the French cuisine, from the Italian cuisine. I was also being brought to 1920, kind of like the style that people, you know, maybe you feel very, very drawn to the year 1920 or to the 20s. Okay, kind of like something about the style in 1920s could be significant. Maybe you recently watched a movie about the 1920s and how people were, you know, like dressed. I'm also being brought to the movie The Great Gatsby. You know, kind of like that type of energy is what I'm picking up here, or that type of clothing, that type of style. Okay. For some of you guys, I feel like you recently moved. Okay, for some of you guys, I feel like you recently moved to a new apartment, or you're thinking about like apartment hunting is what I'm picking up here. I'm also being brought to the movie Step Up. Is it called Step Up with, what is his name? Also the guy that plays Channing Tatum. Is his name Channing Tatum? You guys know who I mean, right? Because I'm being brought to music, like I'm being brought to a dance class. You know how in the music video Cassie, where she was standing in front of a mirror and she was like dancing or warming up. I don't know what exactly this would mean. I don't know what exactly this would mean in your life, but I'm being brought to specifically like I think there is a movie scene in Step Up or Get Up. You guys know that movie, right? Like I'm being brought to movies where people dance, like dance movies. I don't know if you are drawn to that type of, movies, or you recently watched this movie, or it's somehow significant when it comes to you meeting your true love in your future spouse. Something about, I'm being brought to dancing classes, but I'm also being brought to specifically, I think there is one, movie scene in that movie where they're dancing in rain, or when they're kissing in rain. Okay, so that could be somehow significant, something about like dancing classes, or something about movies that are connected to dancing, or something along those lines, like Get Up or Step Up is what I'm picking up here. Okay, it's also highlighting the color gray. Okay, I don't know if you've been very, very drawn to the color gray recently, or something about you've been drawn to movies that are in, like in black and white. Okay, because we have two cards here that show like the gray, white, or like a black, white color is what I'm picking up here. Okay, someone here could be born in the month of July. Someone here could be born in the month of July, or you have a person in your life that is very like important to you, and this person is born in the month of July, or you might even have a spirit guide around you that is born in the month of July. If you have a departed loved one and you know their birthday is in July, or they went to the other side in July, this is the spirit guide or your ancestor that is, talking to you, or that is helping you with your love life, is what I'm picking up here. For some of you guys, I'm picking up the energy of jump the broom, like I'm picking up the energy of someone here. I don't know if you recently bought a new broom, or you might be sweeping your room right now, because I'm being brought to clean energy, like cleaning your room, or you have been telling yourself you want to clean your room more often, or you want to do kind of like a spring cleaning, but we are in autumn season. But yeah, wow, okay, listen, yes, something about a spring cleaning, or something about where you want to kind of like, where you want to clean the floors, or something along those lines is very significant here. But I'm also being brought to the movie Jump the Broom, or the tradition to jump the broom. Okay, but this could also be about a quantum jump, or something about jumping from one reality to another. This could somehow be significant where you recently have been focusing on kind of like quantum leaping. I think it's called quantum leaping. Okay, or maybe you have been reading something about quantum physics is what I'm picking up here. Okay, I'm also being brought to spirit sending you signs about birds, or something about this. Again, everything that I'm telling you right now could also be connected to how you're going to meet your true love in your future spouse, but it could also be me picking up the energy that is around you right now. Okay, so again, we're going to talk about how you're going to meet your true love in your future spouse, but I have to say everything that is coming through here. So there could be an energy where spirit has been sending you signs through birds, or something about spirit has been sending you signs through feathers recently. Okay, that could also be significant, as well as the kitchen. I don't know if you recently felt like you want to cook more. Okay, because I'm seeing the kitchen here, and I'm picking up the energy here of someone wanting to cook more, or someone kind of like renovating their kitchen is what I'm picking up here. Okay, so either wanting to cook more, or where you start wanting to cook traditional food, or you have been thinking about cooking traditional food from your home country. Okay, or something about you have been cooking a lot more, or something about a kitchen, renovating a kitchen is what I'm picking up here. For some of you guys, you might actually have a cold right now. Okay, or you might have some health issues right now that you're dealing with. Okay, is what I'm picking up here. But let's begin your reading. Okay, so we have the card here, July. Okay, we have the card here, July, and I was asking your spirit guides like how you will meet your true love in your future spouse. So for some of you guys, the month July could be very significant when it comes to you meeting your true love in your future spouse, especially if you have been watching readings and the person has been mentioning summer season. That could be the reason why we have July here. For others of you, the July card has a different meaning. Okay, because the July card came out with a 3 of Pentacles, and as you can see in that card, it looks like he is in a music studio. So I don't know if you are someone, you know, like you produce music, or you like to produce beats, or something about where someone here could have a manager, or someone here could produce music is what I'm picking up here. Okay, or this could be a true love in your future spouse. Again, we're going to talk about everything. So there's something about music production that is significant here, producing your own beats, producing music. Maybe you can sing, maybe you can rap, okay, or maybe there's like, I'm picking up the energy where maybe you grew up in a musically gifted family. Does that make sense? Where maybe you are good at writing songs, or you're good at writing, I'm also hearing you're good at writing poems, or something about someone here produces music. It might be you, it might be your future spouse. For others of you, the reason why the Three of Pentacles came out is because I channeled the song, like Spirit is telling me that your spirit guides are telling me they're talking to you through music, okay? So when I looked at those two cards, the Three of Pentacles, that looks like a music studio, and the July card, I immediately heard the song July by 𝑗heNN𝐴, okay? So let's look at the lyrics. Again, we have to play Sherlock Holmes now. We have to put the puzzle pieces together. I'm so excited in your reading. I'm just trying to calm the fuck down. I'm gonna be honest, okay? So the song is called July, and it's a song by Drake and 𝑗heNN𝐴, okay? I'm gonna just read out the lyrics here. Okay, so Spirit particularly brought me to, again, you can listen to the whole song. The song is significant when it comes to you meeting your true love and your future spouse, okay? So in the song she says, you had to change up the game. Oh, the weather is not the same. Now there's only cloudy days. I can't stand the rain in July. Oh, July. There were fireworks exploding. So is it July 4th? Yeah, July 4th could be somehow significant. I don't know why. Maybe you received a sign in July, or you received something about a big synchronicity in July. Is what I'm picking up here. Okay, or Spirit, again, this is like a spirit that is talking to you, but somehow they're connected to the month July is what I'm picking up here, okay? And then she says, oh, July, there were fireworks exploding, but now it's getting colder. The leaves are turning colors. Why? It's just not our season. The one and only reason, baby, oh, our summer turns into fall. Okay, it says, baby, oh, our summer turns into fall. So for some of you guys, you could be meeting your true love in your future spouse in fall season, which would be until December 21st, or something about fall season is very significant. Like this season right here is very significant when it comes to your journey to meeting your true love and your future spouse. Maybe there's going to be a lot of changes that are going to lead you to your future spouse, like changing your apartment or changing where you're living. There could be plot twists happening in autumn season, okay, that are leading you to your future spouse. So you could be noticing a lot of changes, or there could also be a lot more paranormal activities around you because you're getting closer to meeting your true love and your future spouse. But again, autumn season is very, very significant here, okay, because she says the leaves are turning their colors. You know, it's not just why, it's just not our season. Our summer turns into fall. So I feel like for a lot of you guys, you could have felt like this summer was not your summer, or something about you wanted to have a hot girl summer, but something didn't go according to plan. Because again, in the song she says, this is not our season. So something about summer season maybe was not your season, or maybe that's something that your future spouse has been going through. Like summer season was not their season, is what I'm picking up here. But I'm picking up that autumn season is your season. Does that make sense? Something about what you thought would happen in summer season happens in autumn season, or kind of like your hot girl summer is in autumn is what I'm picking up here. Okay, so around the time when you're meeting your true love and your future spouse, there could be leaves turning their colors, kind of like a lot of leaves dropping, or there could be a lot of rain, a lot of cloudy days around the time when you're meeting your true love and your future spouse, okay? And then I also picked up another song, and that song is literally called Studio. And in that song, first of all, the studio, the music video, again, I'm going to put the song down in the description box because there might be signs that you're going to pick up when you watch the music video. But in that song, it's by Schoolboy Q. In that song, first of all, the music video is in black and white. I don't know why this is significant, but there's something about movies in black and white, or something about black and white energy. I don't know what exactly this means, okay? I don't know if you like black and white movies, or your future spouse likes black and white movies, movies, or something about your spirit guides have been talking to you through black and white movies, something along those lines, okay? Or again, the color gray, kind of like black, white, and gray, but kind of like together. Okay, you might be even wearing that color right now, which could be the reason why I'm picking it up here. But in that song, in that music video, the guy is in the music studio, like he's in the studio producing music, and the lady, she is at home on her phone and she's laying in the bed. Does that make sense? Because I pick up, if you look at those two cards, look at that energy. Okay, so I feel like for a lot of you guys, I feel like your true love and your future spouse either makes music, they're either good at singing, or they're good at rapping, or they produce music, maybe they produce beats, maybe they play an instrument, or maybe you are playing an instrument, or something about where they have like a hobby, okay? To me this feels like they spent a lot of time and energy and they're putting it into their hobby. But this is like very, I don't know, for some of you guys, it could actually be a dancer, okay? They could be a dancer, which could be the reason why I picked up like a dance class or something along those lines, okay? So they're doing something like that is what I'm picking up here, or maybe you do, okay? But in the song, like in the music video, again, the lady was laying on her bed, and if you look at those cards, look at that energy. I just want to show you how synchronistic this energy is. Can you see that? You know, you can see the bed sheets, and you can see here they're also laying in bed. And then we have a card right here, and the person's also laying in bed. And then in the music video, the lady is laying in bed and she's asking the guy, you know, when are you going to be at home? And then he's like, I'm still in the studio. Okay, so this could be very significant here. Something about, I almost want to say this could also be an energy where a concert is very significant when it comes to how you're meeting your true love and your future spouse. A significant concert is what I'm picking up here. I'm also hearing an album dropping, kind of like where you both have, like there's an album dropping, and you both love that album. Does that make sense? Where you both listen to the album and you both, how can I explain that energy? Because Spirit is telling me there's going to be kind of like an album release, or there's going to be a significant concert. There's going to be an album release. I'm also being brought to kind of like a release party. Is what I'm picking up here. This is somehow very, very significant when it comes to you meeting your true love and your future spouse, because I almost want to say you might have the same favorite song in a new album that is going to be released, or something about the universe is guiding you both to each other through music. Does that make sense? Where you listen to a song and that song is guiding you to do certain things that lead you to your future spouse, or your future spouse is listening to a song that is guiding them to you. Again, for others of you, it's literally because you both love the same artist, or you both love the same song is what I'm picking up here, okay? Like for example, if I say music or some type of like song is going to be significant, let's say for example you both are at a party or a gathering, and there's a particular song coming on, and you both love that song so much that you both are the first ones to run to the dance floor. Does that make sense? And that's how you guys are meeting, because you're both the first ones to run to the dance floor, because you both love dancing, or you both love that artist, or you both love that DJ. This could even be like a DJ or something along the sense. For some of you guys, you might be telling me, Cynthia, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You will see in the next couple of days or weeks, there's going to be a concert that you want to go to, or there's some type of event that you really want to go to, okay? So I feel like something that is connecting the both of you is kind of like an artist that you both look up to, or something about a song or an album release, or again, you both make music is what I'm picking up here, okay? But again, there's something going on with, I feel like one person is at home in their bed and the other person is somewhere else. Something along the lines is what I'm picking up here, okay? So that, for example, would be kind of like when you are on a dating app or something along those lines, or you all of a sudden receive a message. So one person's kind of like at home. For others of you, again, this could be around a time where you actually have a code, or your future spouse has a code. Does that make sense? Where maybe you both end up at a drugstore to get some type of medication because you're both somehow in a, you know, in a bad health, or you somehow both have to get some type of medication is what I'm picking up here, okay? And that could be the reason why I pick up like the sheets and the bed energy, or laying in bed, okay? For others of you, I pick up a strong energy here of holiday season. The reason is because we have the 7 of Cups here and the 6 of Cups, as well as the Devil, because I pick up like consumerism energy, which is, I don't know, kind of weird. Oh, hold on a minute. I'm seeing a shoe store. I don't know if you recently bought shoes, but I'm being brought to a shoe store. I don't know why. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So pick up an energy here, how you're going to meet your true love in your future spouse. The energy that could be surrounding you guys meeting is also holiday season, because with the 6 of Cups and the 7 of Cups, there's a lot of drinks, you know. And with the Devil right here, to me this feels like consumerism. I don't know, for some odd reason, I'm being brought to Black Friday. I'm being brought to some type of like holiday that is going to be significant. Like you guys could literally meet on a holiday. For some of you guys, you could be meeting your true love and your future spouse around holiday season, or something about where it's very crowded, like places are very crowded because people keep buying stuff. Like I don't know if it's like, I don't know, around Black Friday or something about Christmas season, holiday season could somehow be very significant here, which could be the reason why Spirit is showing me the bed, meaning that you're going to spend a lot of time at home, because maybe around that time it's kind of like cold where you're living at, or again there's something about something about holiday season where you know, Christmas season, you know, sometimes they decorate the city, sometimes they do like, sometimes there's fairs. Do you call it fairs? Because I'm being brought to Christmas fairs or Christmas markets or something along those lines could be very significant, kind of like holiday season. I'm also being brought to New Year's Eve. This could be like a very significant time where you receive a lot of signs and synchronicities about your true love and your future spouse, or you're actually going to meet them around that time. Again, for others of you, this could be, you could be meeting them around summer season, again, especially if you received or you were watching another reading where summer season was mentioned. Now, for some of you guys with the card, I might not always find the right words, but let me surprise you. If you look at this card properly, he's like holding a bouquet of flowers, you know, behind him. Okay, and the first thing that I heard when I looked at this card was that how you're going to meet your true love and your future spouse is because I pick up, to be honest with you guys, I pick up the energy here where around that time there might be a lot of men or a lot of women approaching you, or you might get a lot more attention than usual. Does it make sense? Where maybe there's a lot more people wanting to go on a date with you, there's a lot more people looking at you, there's a lot more people asking for your number, and you don't feel like it. Like I'm seeing a lot of people approaching you and you're like, nope, next, you know. Something about, again, where you receive a lot of attention around that time. Okay, I almost want to say because you take good care of yourself and you're kind of like glowing and it's very attractive to people. So I feel like you're going to receive a lot more attention from people. So, or again, this could also be the reason why I pick up like a lot more people around you, could be because you're literally in a crowded place or in a crowded, you know, in a crowded place. Meaning that a lot of people look at you, or you see a lot of people around you. Does that make sense? And I'm picking up the energy here where your future spouse is going to stick out like a sore thumb. Okay, for example, you are at a gathering and again it's like nobody's dancing but your future spouse is dancing, or your future spouse has the time of his life. Does that make sense? Where maybe he's in a group of friends, like there's friends or people around him, you know, but he's dancing, but the other ones, they're just standing there just like that, you know, kind of like, I don't know, this could even be like again something about where your future spouse is gonna stick out like a sore thumb. Okay, where again you see a lot of men, or around that time, maybe on that day, you know, you look very amazing and a lot of men come to you, a lot of women come to you, or you get a lot of like, you know, men or women looking at you, lusting after you, but your future spouse is going to stick out like a sore thumb. For example, I'm also being brought to kind of, let's say for example, there's a lot of men or a lot of women approaching you, and because I pick up the energy here that you find it boring. Like they ask you, hey shorty, what's up? Hey, hi, how are you doing? And and it's kind of like boring, almost as if you don't want to respond, or you're already bored before the conversation started. Does that make sense? This is what I'm picking up here. And the way your future spouse is approaching you is completely different. He might be, you know, approaching you with a joke that makes you laugh, or for example, if it's a text message, instead of sending you, hey shorty, what's up, or hey, nice to meet you, or something along those lines, they might be sending you, I don't know, like a picture, or they might be sending you a song, or they might be saying like, hey, you really remind me of this and that person, and you're like, oh really, I never heard that before. Does it make sense? Where the way they start the conversation is going to be totally different. Does that make sense? Maybe they start the conversation with a joke, or like I'm also being brought to, instead of asking you, hey, can I buy you a drink, they're doing that. Oh yes, for some of you guys, your future spouse is gonna buy you a drink. Like I'm seeing you here, like I don't know where you are at. Oh yes, I'm seeing it here. Okay, give me a moment, give me a moment, give me a moment. Okay, I'm seeing you here like either ordering a drink, and he's gonna come to you again, instead of saying, hey, you look fine, you look sexy, I want to get to know you, or instead of, you know, I don't know, for example, if it's a woman and you're a guy watching, instead of her trying to make you horny or whatever, she's doing something completely different. For example, you're ordering a drink and he's coming to you kind of like, oh, I would recommend the raspberry, you know, drink. It's really, really good. Does that make sense? So he's immediately catching your attention because he says something completely different, is what I'm picking up here. Okay. But yeah, for some of you guys, I'm literally picking up the energy here of him ordering a drink, or yeah, him ordering a drink and then telling, you know, the bartender to give it to you. And you're asking the bartender, it could be metaphorically speaking, or it could be literally. I'm telling you, I'm hearing this person is very charming, like your true love and your future spouse, they're very charming, or I don't know, there's something about they're very, how can I explain that? They're very playful. Okay, they like to play around. They like to play around when they are interested in somebody. So they're not gonna come to you like, hey, nice to meet you. They're gonna do something else. You see, they're gonna do something else, kind of like ordering a drink for you and you don't know where it comes from. Or they're just, you know, coming to you, recommending a drink to you, like, oh, you know, you look more like a person that likes raspberry instead of apple. Do you know what I mean? And it's like catching your attention immediately. Almost as if they're reading you like a book. Do you know what I mean? Like they're already trying to get into your mind, like who you are and what you would like, or I think you your favorite color is that color. You know, that's what I'm picking up here. For others of you, I'm even picking up the energy here of them writing their number down. So again, instead of asking you for your number, they're gonna be like, hey, here's my number, give me a call. Does that make sense? Instead of asking you for your number, they're doing something different that catches your attention, like, ooh, that's interesting. I've never been, you know, someone has never asked me that question, or I've never been approached that way, or something like that is what I'm picking up here, okay? Because again, I feel like there's a lot of like, again, you either catch a lot of people's attention around that time, or again, there's something about, let's say, for example, your ex is coming back, and then you, because I also pick up, oh yes, for some of you guys, another sign or something that is going to happen before you meet your true love and your future spouse, you're either going to have a lot of dreams of old crushes and old lovers, or you're actually going to bump into old crushes and old lovers that you haven't seen in a while. Does that make sense? I don't know why, but Spirit is telling me it's a sign that the meeting is around the corner. You're going to dream a lot about old crushes and old lovers, or you're actually going to bump into a lot of old crushes and old lovers. For some of you guys, your spirit guides are saying the reason is because you're gonna glow, or you're gonna be so sexy that all your old lovers want to come back to you, or there's a particular old lover that wants a second chance with you and you might bump into that person. Now, for some of you guys, oh, do you know what I'm also seeing here? In case it is online, when you're meeting them, again, they're still gonna do something like different, like they're, I don't know, they're gonna send you, for example, I'm also being brought to, you know, those movies where, not movies, you know, those shorts on YouTube or TikTok where there's a musician and they want to get the opinion of somebody. Oh my, give me a moment, give me a moment, give me a moment. Spirit is showing me a short that I've seen where they're showing me there was a lady and she was kind of sad, she was crying, and there was a guy and he saw her crying, or he saw her not doing well, and he wanted to I don't know, be there for her, or again, kind of like an energy where kind of like the protector instinct in him wanted to kind of like comfort her even though he didn't know her. Oh yes, that could also be very significant. We're gonna tap into that in a second, but Spirit is showing me like the guy going to her, and then he's playing a song, like a really beautiful song with his guitar, trying to make her feel better, but you also wanted to know what she thinks about the song. So again, this could be very significant as to how you're going to meet your true love and your future spouse, because I also picked up a strong energy here, because we have here the card obstacle. Okay, we have here the card obstacle. Okay, and we have the devil card here. Okay, and Spirit is showing me, again, I pick up a lot of images here. Spirit is showing me how on that day, it might be you or it might be them, because I don't know who's who, because I pick up both of your energy, but I don't know who is who, okay? I pick up the energy here of your future spouse being there when, okay, I'm going to give you one example, okay? But it's going to be different for all of you, just the energy behind that. Let's say, for example, you are at a gathering and there's a guy and he's into you, but you don't want him. Like, he's getting on your nerves. Hey, give me your number, give me your number. I just want to be friends, you know, I just want to see you again. And you're like, no, 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 I don't want it, I don't want it. Your future spouse is somewhere in the corner and he's seeing that this guy is bothering you. Okay, he's seeing that this guy is bothering you, and he's gonna come in and he's gonna be like, excuse me, she said she doesn't want to talk to you, or kind of like an energy where he's gonna pretend that he's your guy, just to get you out of that situation. Something about where your future spouse is gonna get you out of some type of situation. Or for example, there's some type of injustice happening. Somebody's cutting you off in line, and you, for example, you start being mad, like, hey, you know, why are you doing that? I'm standing here in line just like you. Don't just, you know, take my spot, or don't just cut me off in line. So there's kind of like some type of injustice happening, and your future spouse is going to be there on that day, and he's going to be like, yeah, I saw him cutting her off. Does that make sense? Where your future spouse is somehow there when you're going through some type of bullshit, kind of like someone doing you injustice, or someone doing some type of bullshit is what I'm picking up here. For some of you guys, this could also be an energy where your phone is dying, your battery is off, and you don't know, like, you need to call an Uber, but you don't have a phone, you don't know what to do, and then all of a sudden your future spouse is there, like, seeing you that you're panicky or you're trying to find the way, and he's gonna be like, hey, can I help you? Or is something like, what's going on? Can I help you? This is what I'm picking up here as well, okay? Something about where there's some type of situation where you need a little bit of help. Like, again, I'm picking up an energy where someone is bothering you. Someone is bothering you and he feels like he needs to protect you, okay? Or something about, again, even if she's a lady, she's maybe going to see you not feeling so good. Maybe this person's going to see you cry and they're going to come over, hey, do you need tissues? Something like that is what I'm picking up here, okay? Or maybe, for example, you drop your groceries and nobody's helping you, but they're going to be like, hey, why is nobody helping pile number 2, you know? And then they're going to come to you, helping you to get up the groceries. Something like that is what I'm picking up here, okay? You know what the funny thing is, guys? I was so shocked when these two cards came out, because, you know, one card looks like a diamond, right? Let me show it to you. Oh, you cannot really see much. One looks like a diamond, right? The color purple could be significant here as well as green. Okay, but yeah, we have here the true gem card. It looks like a diamond, and then we have like the card obstacles, but it looks like a rock. Spirit is showing me like shorts or videos where someone is cutting through a stone to see if there's a gem in it. You know how some stones are just regular stones, and other stones, when you cut into them, they're kind of like a very high value amethyst, or like a high value kind of like where you, like, yes, I'm being brought to, I don't know if it's in India, but you can buy rocks from you know, from a person, and if you are lucky, this rock is somehow a gem, and then you can sell it for a bigger amount of money. That's what I'm picking up here. Something about, you know, you see where I'm coming from. It's kind of like one stone doesn't have any value and the other one is like very valuable, okay? I don't really know what exactly that means. I think we're going to look at that in the extended, but there's something going on with, you know what I'm also hearing? Finding a treasure in a place where you don't think, like, yeah, something about something is misplaced, or something about where you find, you know, a gem. You know, amongst rocks, you find a gem. Does that make sense? There's like rocks that don't have any value, and amongst that, like I'm hearing a needle in a haystack, or amongst that you find a gem or you find a diamond. Something like that could be very significant here, or this is again just metaphorically speaking. But yeah, I do feel like there's something going on with a person, I don't know, like bothering you, or maybe on that day, I don't know, maybe on that day something is just not going according to plan, and I pick up they're gonna be there, you know, they're gonna be there to cheer you up, or they're gonna be there to kind of like, I don't know, like somehow be there, or somehow, I don't know, protect you. That's what I'm picking up here. For some of you guys, the card, I might not always find the right words, but let me surprise you, could actually be an energy where, again, I picked that up in a different pick a card reading, but there could be an energy where you already know your future spouse, but you guys didn't talk to each other because they couldn't find the right words, or maybe they're not good at speaking, but this time they're going to find the right words, or this time they're going to have enough courage to actually approach you. That could be very significant here. But again, I'm picking up that you're gonna be swept off of your feet very, very early on, because they're so, you know, like something about like they're so creative with how they approach you, or they're so interesting in how they approach you. Now, I was just getting some cards of camera because, you know, I had to exchange the battery. I'm asking what the obstacle is. And we have here the Six of Swords and the Ace of Swords. So I pick up something about that. Do you know what this to me feels like? This is something about another thing that is going to be significant here as you guys are meeting, or how you guys are going to meet. It has something to do with asking for the way, something about a vehicle, something about a train. Very significant here, okay? Because if we look at the Six of Swords, so she's in a boat. Okay, so a boat could be significant. I'm being brought to a boat ride. I'm being brought to, but again, to me this feels like transportation. Yeah, to me this feels like transportation, something about a vehicle, kind of like, I don't know, something is up with their vehicle, something is up with your vehicle, something about a train. Like, for example, I'm also being brought to, you guys know when you cannot drive into a particular direction because there's some type of police situation there, or something is happening, so they close the street and you cannot drive there anymore. That's what I'm also being brought to. I'm being brought to kind of like you want to drive somewhere but you can't because there's like the police is there, and you know something happened there, so you have to drive in a different direction. And then people ask themselves like, hey, in which direction am I going to go? I don't know how to get to my goal, or I don't know how to get somewhere because the street that I usually use, I cannot drive there anymore. Does that make sense? And then one person's asking the other, in which direction do I have to go? Or you're both kind of lost, you're both asking. Like, I'm also being brought to like a flight being cancelled, and you both are completely lost at the airport. Don't know what you guys don't know what to do. Or for example, we keep talking about it, how your future spouse is gonna stick out like a sore thumb. Everybody is mad and pissed off that the flight got cancelled, and the only person that is smiling is your future spouse in the crowd. Does that make sense? But yeah, there's something about, like, I'm being brought to someone's car not working, something about a train, like the train is not coming, the bus is not coming, something like that is what I'm picking up here. And then your future spouse is there, or you are there for your future spouse, because Spirit is bringing me back to a situation. Oh yeah, this is right. Yes, okay, Spirit is bringing me back to a situation. I was at a birthday party. Oh yeah, so someone's birthday could be significant. Okay, someone's birthday could be significant. Like, I'm being brought to a birthday party that could be very significant around the time you guys are meeting. Maybe they're gonna invite you to someone's birthday party, or someone's birthday party is significant here because I was at a birthday. I'm also being brought to pearls. I don't know if that's like something that you recently bought. You bought pearls or something along those lines. Okay, but around that time I was at my friend's birthday and I was driving home. I was completely drunk. Okay, yeah, I'm also being brought to an energy where someone has a hangover here. I'm not gonna lie. Do you know what I'm also hearing? I'm hearing you're gonna go on a shitty date. and you driving home from that shitty date is when you meet your future spouse. Something about you're gonna have a shitty date and the next day you meet your future spouse, or something along those lines. Okay, something about a shitty date is what I'm picking up here. Or you recently went on a shitty date. I don't know, something like that. But yeah, I pick up the energy here. I was sitting there waiting for my train, okay? It was like, it sounds like in a movie, but literally, you know, I was hungover and it was my friend's birthday. And, you know, on that evening, I put a balloon around my wrist. So I had a balloon around my wrist. I was completely, you know, drunk, and I was waiting for my train. Funnily enough, I was waiting for the wrong train. This is what I'm picking up here. Something like that is very significant. So I was sitting there waiting for my train. I was almost falling asleep. Oh man, yes, I was almost falling asleep. And now looking back, I feel like this is my kind of like an energy where maybe you are in a vulnerable energy around that time and your spirit guides are sending your future spouse to protect you. That's so strongly what I pick up here, because I was sitting there on the bench and I was almost falling asleep, you know, and it's not good at night time to be by yourself and then fall asleep in a random place or at a random train station. Okay, and then all of a sudden there was like a man sitting next to me. He was in a suit, which we come back to the 1920s, right? I think formal clothing or men in suits was very, very normal. Okay, and he actually was like trying to talk to me. He was like, hey, where are you from, or where did you come from, asking me like what I did that night and stuff like that. And he was such a gentleman. He didn't do anything, because you know you have to be a little careful, right? But yeah, I feel like spirit has been sending him to me to protect me, you know, because I was kind of in a vulnerable energy. It was late at night, around 3 a.m. or whatever in the morning. So he was like asking, like I opened my eyes. Again, this could be like literally how you're gonna meet them, or it could be just metaphorically speaking, or just the energy, right? So, oh yeah, oh guys, we talk about you being in bed, right? So you could be meeting your future spouse almost as if you receive a text message from your future spouse while you're sleeping, or you're almost dozing off, or you're taking a nap or something along those lines, in case it is online, okay? Because I was sleeping, I was falling asleep, my eyes were closed, I was like, you know, dozing off. I probably looked like a mess, and I had like my balloon on my wrist. So I was sitting there on a train station waiting for my, you know, underground, for my train. And then I opened up my eyes, and then I saw this guy. He had, you know, like crystal blue eyes, and he was a ginger. He had like a red beard, like a ginger beard, and he had a really beautiful face. And he was in a suit, okay? So he looked like a real gentleman. And then he was asking me, hey, what did you do, you know, that night? Where are you coming from? And then I told him, you know, I just came from my friend's birthday party. Hold on. I channel a song. You see, it's like I'm all over the place. But that's just how my spirit guides talk to me. I just channeled a song. It's called I Got a Feeling. I got a feeling that you like me from the start. And when I see you, oh, it takes me to the stars, oh, to the stars. I got a feeling that you like me from the start. So this could be somewhat significant. Maybe you have a feeling somebody likes you, and they actually do, and this person might be your future spouse, but you're kind of like, oh, I'm not sure if they have a crush on me or if they don't. Or again, I'm going to put the song down in the description box. It might somehow be significant on your journey to meeting each other. Coming back to that story. So I opened up my eyes. He had a beautiful like smile and really beautiful crystal blue eyes. And he had like a beard, you know, and he was bald. And he was like in a suit. He looked really, really nice. And then he was asking me, where did you go? Where are you coming from? Where do you have the balloon on your wrist and stuff like that? And then I told him, oh yeah, I just came from my friend's birthday and stuff like that. And then I was asking him, where are you coming from? You have like a beautiful suit on, or the suit looks really good on you. And then he told me, yeah, I just came from a wedding. Then he told me about the wedding and stuff like that. And there was like a spark between us, although he was not really my type. But I got a feeling, I felt something. There was something magical about the situation. So we went into the train, we kept talking and stuff like that. And the funny thing is, on that day, I mean, I think I looked like a mess, but I also had my dress on. So I had a dress on and he had a suit on. You see where I'm coming from? It's kind of like we didn't plan on meeting on that day, but we both looked like, when it comes to the outfit, it looked like we both, it's kind of like we had like a matching look or something like that is what I'm picking up here. Or you might be wearing a dress when you're meeting them. Okay, something like that. But anyway, so I was talking to him, and it was like, again, it was, I don't know how to explain it, but I felt something. It was so magical. Like I felt something magical within me. And then I'm noticing, oh, you know, the train stations that the, you know, speaker is mentioning is not the direction that I want to go into. Oh no, he told me I'm going in that direction. He told me, like, I was asking him where he has to like leave or where he has to like drop, you know, off. And then he told me, oh, I have to drive here and there. And then I was like, oh, but then you're in the wrong train. And then he was like, no, I'm in the right train. Where do you have to go? And then I realized that I am in the wrong train. Right, so I was flirting with him, and it was like, I don't know, it was kind of magical. And then I was like panicking. 3 a.m. in the morning, I'm driving in the wrong direction, and without, you know, saying goodbye to him, I just ran out of the fucking train station. And I believe he was asking for my number, or he said like, wait, you know, and then the door closed. Okay, this is what I'm picking up here. So this could be like I'm being brought to kind of like a Cinderella energy, where you have to like get home very fast, and then you drop something like, hey, you dropped something, or hey, wait, like this this is what I'm picking up here. Okay, and again, for others of you, it's more like you kind of like, because I pick up like an energy of like, hey, wait, or something about you're dozing off to sleep, and then it's like a ding, or all of a sudden you receive a call or something like that that takes you out of your sleep. Does that make sense? This is what I'm picking up here. Okay, that could be how you're going to meet your true love in your future spouse. Now, pile number 2. As you can tell, I can talk on and on and on, but I'm going to go to the extended now. Okay, there's a few more things that I want to talk about, but again, I could talk on and on and on. We're going to go to the extended now. I want to look at the card. Thank you for understanding me, the story behind all that. Okay, you see, there's like a whole story behind how you guys are meeting. Just like the story that I just told you, right? It's like a whole story that led up to this meeting, or that led up to you being in the same place at the same time. But yeah, I want to look at the thank you for understanding me, the story behind all that. And then we also have the card here, sudden wealth. Okay, so I feel like there's something going on with either your career or your future spouse's career around that time. But again, I'm going to talk about that in the extended. So if you are interested in that, the link is down in the description box. And if not, I'm going to see you in my next one, and I wish you a lovely day. Bye. Hello, my lovely pile number 3. Welcome to your reading, guys. So today's pick a card reading is going to be about your future spouse, but specifically how you will meet them. Now, this is a very open-end question, or my intention was to keep this question very open. Whatever your spirit guides, your ancestors, God, and the universe wants you to know about how you will meet, maybe timing, maybe synchronicities and signs that are going to be significant, events that are going to be significant, angel numbers that are going to be significant, whatever it is, colors, okay, movies, I don't know, events, maybe even like events in the world or whatever. Okay, so very open-end question, which is like my favorite kind of reading to do, when the question is very open and not so boxed in. I don't know why I'm chit-chatting with you guys here, but anyway, welcome. So let me tap into the energy. This reading is also going to have an extended. The link is down in the description box. Okay, in case you want to join me there, but give me a moment, guys. I'm tapping into the energy here. If you feel any stress, take a deep breath with me. Okay, your spirit guides might be telling you it's important for you to breathe more deeply. Maybe your breath is very shallow, or something about breathing, or something about fresh air could be significant for some of you guys here. It's just a side note, side message, okay? But let me tap into the energy. I'm already excited because I can already feel where this is going. Oh yes, okay. Let me actually show you the cards, okay? So we have here deja vu. I I can see your eyes. One spirit is showing me your eyes. So I feel like the first thing that your future spouse is going to notice about you is your eyes, or they're gonna tell you like, I fell in love with your eyes right away, or I was so drawn to your eyes, or you have the most beautiful eyes I've ever seen, but they actually mean it. Okay, I'm hearing I get lost in your eyes. Isn't there a song, I get lost in your eyes, I get lost in your smile, or something like that? Because I see your eyes, and I see your eyes being very seductive, or it's your future spouse. I see someone's eyes and they're very, very beautiful. There's like a light in this person's eyes. I feel like it's for the both of you. You're gonna feel like that about them, like where you feel like there's a glow in their eyes that you've never seen, or something about their eyes, like when they smile, their eyes smile, like their eyes are smiling too. There's something about their eyes, okay? Very, 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 very beautiful eyes here. Anyway, we also have here the card, I'm not used to this, but it feels good. This is, you know, a picture from the movie Poetic Justice. So the movie Poetic Justice could be significant here as to how you will meet your true love and your future spouse, but we're going to dive into everything here. Someone here, you have been thinking about getting braids or braiding your hair, or you maybe have like braids right now in your hair, or kind of like where you have like, I'm seeing ponytails, like, or pigtails, or braiding your pigtails or something like that. Okay, that's what I'm picking up here. Okay, or you recently got your hair done. Someone here could really like Janet Jackson or the Jackson family. Someone here could really like Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson. Again, this is just, you know, like extra confirmation or just random information coming through here. And I also feel like I have my tarot readers in this pile, or you have your own oracle or tarot deck, or you're thinking about it. For others of you, someone who really likes to play chess, or someone really likes to play card games or board games, like you really enjoy board games or card games, okay, is what I'm picking up here. For some of you guys, there was recently a jewelry piece that broke. Like you had a jewelry piece and it recently broke. May that be an earring or a necklace or something like that, so you had to replace it. For others of you, you have been thinking about taking a salt bath, or you have been doing that, okay, recently. I'm also seeing here someone recently bought a plant. I don't know if it's a fake plant or a real plant. I'm being brought to basil, like the herb basil. Like I'm seeing a basil in a pot. So I don't know if you're, I don't know, I'm being brought to basil, but I'm also being brought to pesto and pasta. I don't know why. Okay, just an extra confirmation. I'm also seeing ice cream here. I'm seeing the McSundae from McDonald's, like with either caramel or chocolate sauce. I don't know why. Maybe you are a foodie or you really love food or whatever. But yeah, I'm seeing like, yeah, I'm seeing ice cream. I don't know what exactly this is about, okay? So we have here the card, I'm not used to this, but it feels good. Okay. And then we have the card here. Yeah, I'm seeing someone here. I'm seeing someone here going to a jewelry store, or maybe you know somebody who owns a jewelry store, or you own a jewelry store, or you recently went to a jewelry store, or you're thinking about it, something like that. If I look like that, it's because I'm channeling energy here, okay? You have been receiving signs to go to a jewelry store, but you didn't go yet. Okay, so we have here the card, eye contact and a lip bite. It's how she lets you know. Butterfly rising, and then it says, I cannot hide my lust. Okay, so pile number 3. What I'm picking up here is I'm seeing the scene in Poetic Justice where Tupac was the mailman, and I don't know, I think, where did she, like Janet Jackson, she was working at, I don't know where the fuck she worked at. It was like, I'm seeing him walking into the store and she's standing behind the cashier desk. So I feel like something that is very significant about you meeting your true love and your future spouse is either you meeting at work because they come into your company, or they enter your space or like your office, or you enter their office in their space. Like you could be meeting them while they are working, or they could be meeting you while you are working. Oh, hey, hello. Spirit is sending me like a, I'm seeing an image here. Yes. Because Spirit is showing me back in the days when I was working at a Play Store, there was a guy and he was asking me for my number in front of my boss. And I told him, like, I don't have my number in my mind. Like, I cannot say it by heart. And then he wrote his number on a piece of paper while I was working, you know, and gave it to me. This is what I'm being brought to. Okay. So you could be both working in the same space, or you meet them while they are working. You could be their waitress, or they could be your waiter, or something like that, or you're both working on that day. Or again, it's like a co-worker, a soon-to-be co-worker. Okay, because they're showing me how, you know, Tupac, like the mailman, is walking into the store, and then he's looking at Janet Jackson, and she's like, I'm seeing her licking the stamp. You know, if you guys did not watch the movie, I would highly recommend it, although I didn't watch it until the end. Anyway, so she was licking the postal stamp, or like the stamp, and he was watching her, and then he was like, what did he say to her? Something about like he wants to take her out, but she had like her guard up. The thing that is very significant in that movie is they're going on a double date. So Janet Jackson, her friend, she meets a guy, and come to find, oh, here we go, come to find out that Janet Jackson, her friend, she met a guy, and that guy was friends with the mailman. Like, she rejected the mailman, like Tupac in the movie, even though he had good intentions with her and they were meant to be together, I think, but she rejected him because on that day maybe she didn't feel good, or I don't know, she didn't, like, she had a guard up, okay? Kind of like, I don't want to fall in love, or, you know, like, I don't want to, like, you are an F-boy, I don't trust you, or whatever, something like that. And then her friend said, hey, I want to go on a date, but let's make it a double date. And Janet Jackson, she was like, no, I don't want to go there, but she did it for her friend. So there could be an energy where your friend is taking you somewhere and you don't really want to go, but you want to support your friend. Or this could be literally a double date. Yes, I'm picking up, yeah, woo, I'm picking up a double date. Why am I doing that? I'm picking up a double date. I'm also seeing someone here playing football. So someone's future spouse plays football is what I'm picking up here. Someone's future spouse speaks French. Like, I'm being brought to Montreal, I'm being brought to Canada and Quebec, like those areas, but it doesn't have to be like, you know, not for everybody. It's gonna make sense for someone here. Or they could come from a country where people speak French, okay? It's not just France, it's like also I think in the Mediterranean. I think, I don't want to sound stupid, but I know that there's other places where people speak French other than France, if that makes sense, because of colonialism. This is what I'm being brought to. Okay, or one of their parents could be French, so they grew up with, like, you know, French energy because one of their parents, maybe they're mixed or whatever, something like that is going on here. Yeah, so she went on a double date for the sake of supporting her friend, but it was not her idea. So her friend took her somewhere, and then they went on a double date. And then they fell in love with each other, but it somehow came about because of a double date, or it somehow came about because of, they already met, right? They already met in a store, and they didn't, you know, it didn't continue, or nothing really happened. So there could actually be an energy where you met them before. Okay, it was just the wrong time, the wrong day. It was just not it. You were not feeling yourself. They were not feeling themselves, something along those lines. And it's like, hey, I know you. Okay, or again, because we have the card here, thank you. I almost want to say you're going to be thankful that someone took you somewhere. Like, it's like your friend telling you, hey, let's go somewhere. Or your friend is telling you, hey, let's do this. Kind of like a stupid idea of your friend to do something, to go somewhere, right? Or to sign up for something. And then you end up meeting your true love and your future spouse there. That's what it feels like to me here, okay? The funny thing is, we have the High Priestess here, which tells me you already know. Okay. Almost as if, Like I pick up an energy here where you have such a strong intuition, but you do not always trust your intuition. Okay, something about your intuition already told you how it's gonna go, or your intuition already told you a lot about your true love and your future spouse, but maybe you're not trusting it. With the Five of Swords here, this could even be an energy where you laid your own cards about your true love and your future spouse. Your spirit guides are telling you something about they want you to remember some, like you did your own spread, like you took your own oracle cards and tarot cards and you found out something about your future spouse, but I feel like you forgot about this information, to be honest with you. Okay, so for some of you guys, you already know because you laid your own cards, and for others of you, your gut feeling or your intuition is accurate and spot on. So what your feeling is telling you is exactly how it's going to be, or it's similar to how it's going to happen, how it's going to manifest here. Especially with the deja vu card, this tells me that you're meeting your true love and your future spouse, and it's going to feel like a fucking deja vu, maybe because it's playing out exactly as in your dreams, or you're going to have like a huge ass deja vu. You could also have a lot of deja vus right before you meet your future spouse, like 2 weeks of deja vu after deja vu after deja vu or whatever. This could be a big sign that your future spouse is close to you. You could also be seeing a lot of butterflies right before you meet them. Okay, because we have butterflies here, it says butterflies rising. But it's interesting, it says eye contact and a lip bite, it's how she lets you know. Okay, so for some odd reason I pick up, like spirit is showing me, and it's so, you know, I'm a sucker for love, because I'm picking up like how your future spouse is watching like your lips, or they're looking at your lips because they're like, I don't know, they're drawn to your lips, or something about how can I explain that? Almost as if, can I say something? I feel like maybe you are drawn to their eyes and they're drawn to your lips, or the other way around, where they're drawn to your eyes and you're drawn to their lips. There's something significant here, okay? I'm hearing, oh yeah, I'm hearing the most like almost as if you feel like your future spouse might be telling you your lips are shaped perfectly, or something like that, or you feel that way about your spouse. They have perfectly shaped lips or something along, yes, something along the lines is what I'm picking up here. Yep, I pick it up, okay? Or something about they have very nice teeth, or like such a beautiful smile, or maybe you are someone who's drawn to eyes and lips and teeth. Yeah, so I feel like how you're going to meet your true love and your future spouse is because of a stupid idea that you say yes to. Look at that, you say yes to a stupid idea. It's not stupid, but it's kind of like a goofy idea, or this idea doesn't come from you, it comes from a friend or from an acquaintance or whatever, or something along those lines, okay? Is what I'm picking up here. You're like, you know, whatever, you know, I just want to support my friend, or you know what, I have nothing to do on the weekend. It's kind of like I don't want to go, but something tells me to go. That type of energy, yes, that type of energy is what I'm picking up here, okay? For others of you, it could be very significant around the time when you meet your true love and your future spouse for some odd reason. Because guys, in the movie Poetic Justice, you know, Janet Jackson was, you know, going on a double date with her friend, and you know, her friend's friend, or her friend's, you know, like crush was like the friend of, you know, the mailman, you know, from the beginning of the movie. But it turns out that this friend was like an abuser, like, you know, her friend ended up being in an abusive relationship with this guy, okay? And then the mailman, Tupac, came in, and he was like protecting Janet Jackson, her friend, like he was protecting the women from this abusive man, okay? So I don't know, I pick up an energy here. I don't know if you have a friend around you that is in an abusive relationship right now, and you're trying to help this person, okay? Or there could be an energy where before you meet your true love and your future spouse, there might be a secret exposed about some of your friends being in an abusive relationship here, okay? Something like that. I feel like there's relationship drama, but it's not your relationship drama. Does that make sense? You're just the bystander, or you're just the friend, or you're just there, you know, is what I'm picking up here. This is very interesting. Give me a moment, guys, okay? What is that energy about? Yeah, I pick up like relationship drama. I pick up relationship drama, but again, it's not your relationship drama. You're just there at the wrong place at the wrong time, or like your friend is going through something like that, or someone in your circle. Like there's like secrets being exposed. Maybe you already knew about it. Like with the High Priestess, this tells me that maybe you also have dreams of other people's relationship without you even wanting it. There could be, like, I pick up an energy where there's family, could be family drama, but I wanted to say like relationship drama, but it's not yours. It could be like your siblings' relationship drama. This could be your friend's relationship drama, your auntie's relationship drama, something along those lines, okay? To be honest with you guys, I pick up a very odd energy. I'm just gonna say it, okay? We have here the card, someone, oh yes, someone is working against you behind your back, and every time I look at this card, it's called the rat. Someone here could be a rat in Chinese zodiac sign. Every time I see this card, I remember Harry Potter and Ron, where Ron was, you know, Ron's pet was a rat, right? And that rat was actually a shapeshifter, and that was like Peter Pettigrew, who was like the snitch that snitched on Harry Potter's, you know, parents. This is the type of energy that I feel like is surrounding you. There's secrets being exposed around that time. I feel like you already knew about it, but the truth is coming to light around that time, where people remember, you know, like that you already warned them, or you already told them, or something about where you had a suspicion and you see that your suspicion was correct. But again, something about a relationship, something about where you have a feeling that your friend's partner is cheating on her or cheating on him. Does that make sense? Something like that is what I'm picking up here. Or someone is not good for the other person and you told this person but they didn't believe you. Yes. Okay. For some of you guys, to me this feels like, I'm gonna be very honest here, this is not gonna resonate for everybody, okay? I'm seeing here someone was wishing. Did I talk about that in pile number 1? I think I talked about it in pile number 1. There could be a connection here. I feel like someone was wishing for you to... I feel like you have someone around you that did not wish you well when it comes to the love department. Maybe this person wanted to get married before you. Maybe this person wanted to, I don't know, wanted to move in with their partner before you. Something about where someone was... Let me actually see what the fuck that is about. Because I feel like someone has been in competition with you, or someone has been... something about where someone has not been wishing well on your relationship or on your love life is what I'm trying to say, okay? Let me see. What is the red here about? What is that energy about? Yes, okay. And the thing is, they have been wishing for you to... They just have been sending negative energy to your love life, but it's backfiring. Where did I talk about that? Like, I picked up talking about like a spell backfiring, but I feel like, yeah, it was pile number 1. So you could be connected to pile number 1 here, especially if you feel like absolute shit today. Please watch pile number 1, okay? I got you guys. So I feel like someone has been sending like energy to you where they wish that they want to get married before you, or they want to something like that, okay? So they have been wishing ill on your love life, and the spell is backfiring, or what they wished upon you happens to them. Does that make sense? Their love life is going to shit because they have been sending that energy to you. So there could be breakups happening, there could be, you know, like cheating energy being exposed, but it's like because they wished it upon you, it happens to them so that they learn their lesson, is what Spirit is trying to tell me. Something about like a spell. I'm seeing a spell backfiring. Okay. This is very significant here. Because we have here the cobweb. It says, protected from negative forces beyond your control, you see. And then we have here, oh. We have here aunt. So this could be someone's aunt. Okay, we have here work, achievement, and success. Give me a moment. I like to take my time with the readings. Yes. There's dreams manifesting in front of you around that time. You could be starting to dream more than usual. Maybe you used to dream a lot and it stopped. It's coming back. Right before you meet your future spouse, you're dreaming a lot more. Someone here, you need a dream journal. It's significant for you guys. But there's something about the dreams that you had 2 or 3 years ago, they're happening now. But again, I feel like it is not necessarily connected to you. It's connected to dreams that you had of other people. Maybe you even tried to warn certain people and they didn't listen. That's what I'm being brought to, okay? That's what I'm being brought to. Spirit is telling you you had a dream. Okay. I'm seeing the number 15 could be significant. I'm seeing the number 70 could be significant, or 17. I don't know. Someone here could be born on the 15th of any month, the 17th of any month, or the 15th, the 17th could be significant. What do we have today? The 17th. Okay, so yesterday, well, I don't know when I'm gonna post this pick a card reading, but maybe the 17th was significant for someone here, like, you know, the 17th of November, the 17th of December, the 14th of December, the 15th of December could be significant. Something significant could happen around that time. Showing me a dream where, and in that dream, you reach your goal or you reach success, but as you're reaching success, you have to move, okay? Or as you're reaching success, how can I explain that energy? It's like an energy where this could be around a time where you achieve something big. And as you achieve something big, your enemies can no longer keep a poker face or have their mask on. So their mask is falling as you reach this milestone. It's like a villain in a movie that is good at playing nice until they get so triggered that they cannot act anymore. They cannot wear this mask anymore. This is very significant here. This could literally be a co-worker who shows their ass when you get a job promotion. Does that make sense? Something like that. Or it could be like on a bigger ski, could be also a bigger thing. This could also be like your housewarming party, you know. You can literally see the jealousy and the greed in another person's eyes. Before that, you never saw that, but in that moment you see it. Does that make sense? Something like that could be very significant here. So there could be an energy where one person could be leaving your life and your future spouse comes in, or yeah, something like that is what I'm picking up here. I'm not gonna lie, because I'm seeing one energy leaving and the other energy is arriving. And it says here, we have here the card news of a birth or a new business opportunity. You see, so there could be a pregnancy that is going to be announced around that time when you meet your true love and your future spouse. For others of you, this is like a business opportunity that is coming to you, a job offer, and you cannot believe it. Like, this job offer is so cool, or this place is so cool. Maybe you already have a job, but this job offer is just freaking amazing, or someone is guiding you to a new source of income. Your spirit guides are here around that time. And someone might be saying, oh, that's fucking stupid. You try it anyway and it works the fuck out. And then someone is going to show their ass and who they really are. I don't know who they are, or I don't know what kind of, like, who this person is. I don't want to dive too much into it because I feel like it's going to be revealed to you anyway around that time. So we have a stork here. Okay. You could be moving around that time, pile number 3. Okay, even if you tell me, Cynthia, I don't have the money, I don't know how this is going to happen. I'm seeing someone here moving, or you will have to move, or you will have enough money to move, or something like that. There's something about moving, a change of roommates, thinking about moving, Okay, like seriously, not just thinking about it, but taking serious action with it is what I'm picking up here. Let me see. How would pile number... Oh, wow. I wanted to say, how would pile number 1, how would pile number 3 meet their true love in their future spouse when we have January here? I have to take my time with you guys, okay? Because I pick up a lot of energy, but I'm trying to find the right words, okay? Like Spirit is showing me images. Ay, caramba. You could be, I feel like all piles are connected, to be honest with you guys, but I did talk about it in pile number 1, yes. Yes, I did talk about that in pile number 1. Again, especially if you feel like absolute shit today, please watch pile number 1, okay? Very significant. So January. You could be born in the month of January, your future spouse could be born in the month of January, or you could be meeting in the month of January, or January is going to be a month where you receive a huge sign, where some type of business opportunity is coming to you, a pregnancy announcement is coming to you, and it's somehow connected. I feel like it's signs that your spirit guides want you to know that you're close to meeting them, okay? Because again, I feel like you are the type of person to have such a strong intuition, but just as it's like a person who's so talented at something, but they have like imposter syndrome, like a person who's so talented that they're so hard on themselves. It's like a person who doesn't know how talented they are, or it's like a person who doesn't know how powerful they are. It's literally like an elephant who doesn't know that, you know, he can escape, like, you know, like a zoo or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Something like that is what I'm picking up here. So somehow January is significant. Okay. I'm seeing a baby shower. You could be meeting your true love and your future spouse at a baby shower is what I'm picking up here as well. Or there's a significant baby shower around that time. You know, they could be asking you to keep them company as they're going to a baby shower. Or you could be, again, invited to a baby shower and your future spouse is going to be your +1 around that time. Okay. Or something about maybe your auntie has a baby and you ask your, you know, your future spouse, but you're dating around that time, to keep you company, or to come with you to see the baby. This is what I'm picking up here. Okay, something about a baby. For others of you, again, this is about a job opportunity. This is about like a business wanting to work with you, a company wanting to work with you, a company reaching out to you after, like, you know, I don't know, it's been 2 months and they didn't reach out to you, and all of a sudden they want to work with you. I'm being brought to sponsorships in case you do something online, like a big fish. I'm being brought to a big fish here, like a big fish or a big opportunity at your career or your workplace. The opportunity to relocate, travel abroad, work abroad because of a company, because of a job offer. Okay, very significant here. How would pile number 1 meet their true love and their future spouse? What's going on here? 4-leaf clover. So 4-leaf clovers could be significant symbolism that you're going to see around that time. Yes, we have a 10 card here. It says celebration. Look at that. You will celebrate. You're going to feel very, very lucky because of something. I feel like because of look at that. It says but I feel like it has something to do with traveling. So you're gonna feel lucky because you can travel, because of like a free trip. Like someone could be winning a free trip, or something about traveling because of work, working abroad. Maybe you get like a gift to travel somewhere from friends, family, something like that. For others of you, to me this feels like feeling lucky because you find an apartment, or something about you being very happy about getting a job, or again, this is something about like a big fish, catching a big fish, like a big client, or like a big order, or something like that is what I'm picking up here, okay? And because of that, you will be able to either go on your dream vacation, to relocate, have enough money to find a new apartment, a better apartment, something like that. Can you clarify the wish not granted? Because I pick up the energy here where, again, someone has been sending negative energy to you, but it happens to them. Okay. Like a person wanted you to get fired, they're gonna get fired. Something like that. You will see, I almost want to say you will witness some type of karma. You know, I don't like to talk about it, but I'm seeing it here, okay? Because for others of you, I pick up here with the Six of Swords. I have to blur it out, but with the Six of Swords, you cannot really see it from afar. But with the Six of Swords, she has a necklace and the necklace is broken. And the first thing that I picked up here is like, there is, I've seen like bracelets on Amazon. I've seen bracelets on Amazon. Okay, and these bracelets are like bracelets where you wish upon something, and when the bracelet breaks, that's when the wish is coming true. This is the type of energy that I'm picking up here. For others of you, this is like an energy where you wear a bracelet to protect yourself from evil eyes, and when that bracelet breaks, it means like the evil eye is gone, or you no longer need protection because you know this energy is out of your life. This is also what I'm being brought to. Okay. Or something about a significant jewelry piece. I'm seeing that jewelry piece glowing. 3, I also pick up an energy. We talked about it in the beginning of your reading, right? Something about a jewelry piece, an enchanted jewelry piece, something about a jewelry store is very significant as to how you will meet your true love in your future spouse or one of your first conversations, because so I pick up an energy here where your true love and your future spouse is gonna, look at your ring or look at your chain, and it's exactly the one from your grandma or your grandpa, and no one is ever asking you about your jewelry, but your future spouse, it's kind of like his or her intuition is going to feel drawn to this jewelry piece that you got from your grandma or your grandpa. Does that make sense? I feel like that's going to be a huge sign. Something about like, I feel like it's going to feel magical because no one is ever asking you about this jewelry piece. Or for example, you've been seeing yin and yang symbols everywhere or whatever, and your future spouse ends up wearing a yin and yang, your future spouse might end up wearing a yin and yang necklace. Do you know what I mean? Something about like a specific chain, a specific ring that is very significant. Maybe you lose your ring on the floor and they're going to be like, hey, you lost your ring, or I found your ring on the floor. Something like that is very significant here. For others of you, I pick up a strong energy here. This is not going to be for everybody, but you're going to know if it's for you. For others of you, I pick up an energy here where your spirit guides actually want you to buy like a jewelry piece, and you enchant it with the intention that this jewelry piece is going to bring you to your future spouse. Does that make sense? Or because again, I'm being brought to bracelets. Maybe your spirit guides actually want you to get a bracelet and wish upon this bracelet, or enchant this bracelet with the intention that this bracelet is going to bring you to your future spouse. I'm also being brought to honestly, I'm being brought to a time in my life where I took rose quartz with me. Oh yes, there was a time in my life where I was obsessed with rose quartz crystals, and you say when you have a rose quartz crystal with you that you how do you call it, that you attract love to you. And every time I had my rose quartz with me and I went to gatherings, either people came to me and told me about their love story, or people were so kind to me, gave me a hug out of fucking nowhere. So there could even be an energy where, I don't know, something about like your crystal's going to bring you to your future spouse. I don't know why. Kind of like when you touch this crystal, you will have like the intuition to go somewhere, or something about like when you wear this crystal, or maybe the both of you are into crystals, or the both of you are into jewelry, or something like that is what I'm picking up here, okay? For example, you could also both have been thinking about buying the same chain, buying the same sunglasses, and you're going to talk about it like, hey, where did you get your sunglasses? I've been thinking about getting sunglasses similar to that, or I have been thinking about this, like where they wanted to buy the exact same thing, or you have like the exact same jewelry piece. Does that make sense? This is also what I'm being brought to here. Someone here could again also receive a huge sign when they go to a crystal store or a jewelry store when it comes to your true love and your future spouse, okay? Or you might actually meet them there. For some of you guys at a jewelry store or at a crystal store or on your way to a jewelry or crystal store or something along those lines. For some of you guys, are you into vintage furniture? Because I'm seeing flea markets and I'm seeing vintage furniture. Like I'm seeing you here finding like a furniture, like I'm being brought to those people that find like furniture somewhere outside and it's like a designer piece. I don't know if someone here is into designer furniture, or maybe you want to, like I'm being brought to someone who creates furniture, do-it-yourself projects, or again you find like a vintage piece that is very old. Maybe you like the Renaissance, or something about you find a furniture piece that is like very valuable, like it's like, I don't know, it costs a lot. Oh yeah, this is what I'm being brought to, okay? Let me get one more card here. How will pile number 1 meet their true love and their future spouse? Oh, look at that. We have your forces working against you. I'm telling you. There's some drama going on here. Okay, there is some drama going on here. Do you know what I'm hearing? I'm hearing the song Pressed by Cardi B. This is what I'm being brought to. Because in the song she says, ding dong, must be the whip that I ordered, and the new crib for my daughter. You know a bad bitch gonna spoil her. Okay. This is what I'm being brought to. Can you clarify the forces working against you? What is that energy about? Look at that. Okay, listen, there's a significant moon. Okay, there's a significant moon. We have here changes in your life. There's a significant moon. You could be meeting your true love and your future spouse on a new moon or a full moon. It's a significant moon. It's just not a random moon. It's a significant moon cycle here. No, no, no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Because I see this person. I see this person praying for your downfall. I see them. Again, don't be scared, okay? Don't be scared. If you're scared, go to pile number 1. I talk about it very like thoroughly. Don't be scared, okay? How will pile number 1 meet their true love? How will pile number 3 meet their true love and their future spouse? What's going on here? I told you, we have the broom here. It says new home, new attitude. We talked about it. We have here bull. Do not back down from opposition, show strength and fortitude. And then we have here seahorse, family matters. And I did talk about family drama, right? So seahorses could also be a significant symbolism here. You know what's interesting? It says full circle moment, right? And you know, a full moon is a symbolic thing to describe a full circle, right? A full circle moment. So I pick up a strong energy here. Oh, that's why we have the deja vu here. I feel like you will have a full circle moment about a person, about a situation, about a tarot reading around that time when you meet your true love and your future spouse. It doesn't necessarily have anything to do with them, but just with your life in general. There's going to be a huge full circle moment about a tarot reading that you watched 1 year ago, about a tarot reading that you did 1 year ago. Can I also say something? I pick up the energy here where I feel like you watched, like I'm being brought to an energy where you watch a tarot reading or you watch something and this person's saying something is happening in a specific time frame and they were correct, but not the year that you thought it would happen. So does it make sense where it happens a year after? Like I'm being brought to a prediction that comes full circle after 1 year. Does it make sense? Something like that, or a prediction that happened in the beginning of the year and it only makes sense at the end of the year, or something along those lines. This is somehow significant here about a prediction that you forgot about, or this. Do you know what this is? This is about, oh, here we go. This is about a prediction. And it doesn't happen in the year that you think it happens. It happens 1 or 2 years after this prediction, because maybe it says it's happening then and then, but it doesn't. It's not as specific. The time frame is not specific, but it happens 2 or 3 years after the prediction. For some of you guys who forgot about it, I'm also being brought to a coffee cup reading. I'm being brought to someone read your palms. and you were like, oh no, you know, it didn't happen. It didn't, like, I'm seeing like it shifted. Yeah, that's what I'm picking. Yeah, I'm picking up, I'm seeing, again, connected to pile number 1, I'm seeing like the flight is changing, like at an airport where you can see the flight is changing to a different time. This is what I'm being brought to. Okay. And you could be remembering like, oh, so it was right, it was just that we talked about it, it was just not the right timing. Oh yeah, something like that is what I'm picking up here. So you could be feeling like this is divine timing, or you could be really understanding with your soul and your spirit what divine timing really is. Maybe you never believed in it, or maybe you told yourself like, oh, you know, people only say that to, I don't know, kind of like give you hope, but there's something about the timing is so fucking perfect that it can only be God or the universe. Does that make sense? Something like that is what I'm picking up here. But it's interesting because I feel like your spirit guides don't want to say too much. I don't know why. Let me try if they're going to give me a little bit more information here, and then I'm going to head to the extended. Okay, how will pile number 3 meet their true love and their future spouse? We have the King of Cups. One more card here. Pile number 3. How will pile number 3 meet their true love and their future spouse? For some odd reason, spirit keeps telling me like, I'm not supposed to tell you much, also because you already know with the High Priestess here, okay? So here with the Star card, you can see it looks like a spirit that is around her. I'm also hearing for some of you guys, there's something going on with a blessing in disguise, okay? Because we have here message of concern. Okay, it's kind of like an energy where something looks like bad, but it's actually not bad. For example, again, talking about like the flight being cancelled, and you think it's bad news when, look at that, when in actuality it's the only reason why you met your true love and your future spouse. So there could even be an energy where you could feel like things are stopping you, or some type of energy is stopping you, and partially it is someone working against you, but it's partially also your spirit guides, because maybe you're trying to move somewhere, you're trying to do something, and your spirit guides are like, wait, you know, your future spouse is over there, go in that direction. Does that make sense? Where I'm hearing fate has blocked this path. Okay, so you could feel like you are hitting a wall around that time, or you could feel like there's some type of blockage with something. I don't know what it is, but it's because your spirit guides are like redirecting you to meet your true love and your future spouse. So flights could be cancelled, some type of dream not coming true. We talked about it, so you might be thinking like the universe doesn't hear me, they didn't grant my wish and stuff like that, but they grant another wish on that day, which is your true love and your future spouse. But it looks like flights being cancelled, you're not getting the apartment, not getting invited as well, you know, like, or some type of like fight with a friend, family drama. It looks like, what the hell, what is that, you know, why is that happening to me? And again, it's partially, you know, someone working against you, but it's also partially your spirit guides redirecting you to meet your future spouse. So there's gonna be a change of plans. Okay, it's like a blessing in disguise. You drive to the store is closed, even though on the internet it says it's open. So you have to drive to a different store. Does that make sense? It could be a day where things just don't go your way, but for some odd reason, it's like, well, you know, I feel like something weird is happening today, or I feel like things are not gonna go my way on that day. But again, it is because some information is missing. This is what I'm picking up here. Okay. Number 3, I just wanted to, you know, get an extra card for you guys, because I felt a little bad that not more information came out. But if you go to Patreon, you will understand why. Okay, there is a reason why, and we talk about it. There's a reason why. You're also going to kind of like feel like, oh wow, there was a reason why this has happened to me for 2 or 3 years. We talk about this full circle moment, the reason why. I'm hearing the reason why. Okay, so your future spouse could be the reason why something has been happening in your life for 2 or 3 years, or for the last couple of months, the last couple of days. Okay, and I feel like you're going to be a little bit in shock, like you are the reason why. Do you know what I mean? Something like that. Now, another thing that I'm picking up here is something about the way your future spouse smells. Okay, so I pick up a strong energy here. that you're going to feel drawn to your future spouse's scent. I would not even necessarily say their perfume, but it could be. You could be feeling like, oh, that perfume is so fucking sexy, or for some odd reason, this perfume is really arousing you. You're going to notice like, oh my God, I'm so aroused by this, by his or her scent. For others of you, it's literally the way that they smell, kind of like, how can I even explain that? Like I'm being brought to, I don't know if you have a really good nose, or for example, when they sit next to you at work, or when they approach you, you can, I'm hearing you can smell them, like you can smell that they were in the elevator because of their perfume, or something like that is what I'm picking up here. Or they might be telling you like, oh my God, you smell so good. Or I pick up something about like a natural scent, like the way that they smell, even when they don't wear perfume. I don't know what exactly this is about, but it's kind of like you're gonna get horny or aroused just smelling him or her when they stand next to you. Okay, and I think you're gonna be a little bit shocked about it. Like they could be completely clothed. You could have like a normal conversation about work or about your day, and you get aroused by the way they smell, like their hands, or you could actually like, I don't know, like I'm picking up an energy. I don't know if it's you or them, but I'm picking up someone here smelling another person's skin, and like they're so aroused and so freaking horny, or kind of like, I don't know, something about like the way that they smell going to turn you on, even if they don't wear perfume, and you're going to be like, whoa, I've never felt so like drawn to somebody. Or what, kind of like an energy where you're asking yourself like, what is going on with me? But it's kind of like animal instincts. You know how animals are like smelling on each other to say hey or whatever. This is what I'm being brought to, kind of like animal instincts, where you like to smell this person, or where they were, just because you can smell them, or you can smell their perfume, but in a good way. Like you're like the way their skin is smelling, because I feel like every person has like your spirit gets here. Every person has an original scent, or every person, like they smell differently when you get close to them. Like I feel like people have a specific scent, or like just like we have like a fingerprint. I also feel like people have a different scent, like their skin, your spirit gets here, their skin is smelling different. Okay, so I don't know what the heck that means, but I feel like you're gonna get really aroused by every time they pass by, you can smell them, or you get like wet or whatever. Or you're also hearing the song by 𝘂𝑗, and 𝘂𝑗 is called the man of the moon, so there's something very significant about a moon cycle, or something about moon magic or a moon ritual. Okay, but in the song, it's called Alive. The 𝘂𝑗 song is called Alive, and in the song he says, I smell her scent and I know I will find her soon, soon, soon. Okay, so I don't know, I feel like your reading is really, really mysterious, like the most mysterious out of all. But I also feel like it is because you have a good intuition. Your spirit guides know you will be able to connect the dots, or again, my reading is only going to make sense right before you meet them. Maybe it doesn't make any sense to you at all, and then you're going to have like this aha moment, like, oh my God, like a light bulb going off or going on around the time when you're meeting them. So pile number 3, I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to go to the extended now. I'm going to dive a little bit deeper into the message of concern, and let's see if the universe is going to tell us a little bit more, because I'm trying to get the information out, but they're telling me I should keep it for Patreon. I don't know why. Okay, so the link is down in the description box if you want to join me on Patreon. If not, I'm going to see you in my next one, and I wish you a lovely day. Bye.